What's up with you? What's up with you? Back at it, bro. Back at it. Look, they're supposed to be making these official announcements. We saw the Black Panther, the British guy for Black Panther, whichever one is coming up. I don't know. And Ryan Coogler is a major influence in choosing these actors and actresses. And now we saw a big thing about the Storm thing, and the comic book Storm. I even saw that, like we even saw the Chloe Bailey. She went in an interview. I think a month ago she did an interview with some magazine, and she said she would love to play. And then she hinted that that's what she wanted to do. I think she sent a tweet out to Ryan Coogler. And when you think about it, with her uh, being youthful, young, having an audience to some degree, American, um, familiar with the character, with the amount of acting, let's just be for real, the amount of acting they do, she's going to be required to do is a minimum. It's going to be a minimum in these, and I don't understand why she can't do it. I'm saying if you're going to pick someone, right? You're Ryan Coogler. You just made Sinners. You shot your mouth off talking about black this and black that, and all of a sudden you're picking all these British. And I think this one that they're rumored to have picked is French. I mean, like, man, were you just lying? Because it seems like to me you shot your mouth off like you was on this black kick, and you ain't on this black kick. You're not even close to it. You're not even close to it, bro. And we'll find out today. We'll find out today. And I'm looking at this stuff saying, hey, yeah, I mean, I don't care. I just won't go see it. But man, what do you have to do to get a job in Hollywood? I mean, what do you have to do? Do you have to get a goddamn passport? Why can't you get a job in Hollywood? You're an American, African American, black person. You can't try out and get a job here? You can't get something as simple as Storm? She's not even going to be doing any talking in this. They're going to put you in a costume. You'll be in the back. You may have 5 lines in a 2-hour movie, and they'll lift you up and they'll put all of the CGI and all that. And Ryan Coogler, did you screw this one up too? Did you screw this? It looks like you screwed this one up. And look, I understand it. Look, I'm happy for whoever got the job. I think it should have went with Chloe Bailey. I don't understand why you don't. Why not? I mean, all it's going to do is bring more attention. And what's the big deal? Like I said, they're going to be doing a lot of acting. Why not? Just put her in there, let her play the part. Okay, that's the singer. Okay. All of these actors and actresses have prior movies or sitcoms. So it's not like they're new, somebody never seen them before. You've all seen them before. But this is troublesome to me that he would turn around. And yeah, it's like, bro, I mean, like he must have not, whatever he was saying with this Sinners stuff, which to me Sinners was a weak movie. Sinners, it fell apart. If it wasn't for Michael B. Jordan, it wasn't even a good movie. I'm just saying, just the fact that you had an actor of his caliber do the movie, that saved the film. And look at how this Coogler guy, and he braids his hair, and look at how he turns around and pays the black community back. This is how he helps the black community. And this is how he helps them. What the hell? Like, what are you doing, bro? Bro, what are you doing? These are the people that you want to be in these movies? And they're feeble, too. They're not even like muscular. You have a muscular frame. They're feeble. And this guy's picking. What's going on with this guy? What? Yeah, there's something else going on with him. Anyhow, officially, we'll find out, I think, today. The Jayme Lawson, that's what did you guys say, foundational Black American sister, whatever. That's a African American, Black American sister, dark complected, very proud of her heritage. She wears afro. She wears her hair out. Great job, great opportunity for her. Why not choose her? See, I just don't understand this stuff. I just don't understand. I'm confused by it. It's like, why not? Why wouldn't you choose her? She's available. She has a history. She actually worked with Ryan. Ryan, you know her. She worked in Sinners. What's the problem? You don't want to pick her? What's going? I don't get this, man. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. Don't make any sense to me. They're coming out with who made the grade. And look, nothing wrong with this French actress. Look, do your thing. Get out there and act. But X-Men, what you got? One black person in X-Men? You can't get a black American in the movie? That's too big a deal. You got Marvel, you got one black person, you can't. So basically, these movies have no black people in them. None. No black Americans are in these movies. None. Isn't that something though? And I'm just saying, you look at the movie, and in the movie, there are no black Americans in the film. It's weird though when you think about it. Stan Lee created these characters, and go and listen to go read what Stan Lee said. Stan Lee said that he created these characters because of he has such a following. He has such a black American following. It shocked him. He said we threw a couple of comic book conventions, and he said he looked around, he couldn't believe how many black children were there supporting, reading, buying. He said he couldn't believe it. And he said he thought about it. He went home and he said, whoa, what am I doing? It never even hit me. He said, let me give a character. Let me create a character, African-American character. And like I said, he had to deal with racism. He put him in Africa to get the heat from him. So he made it like that. And he did get away from a lot of the heat that would have came down on him. Because you can be a green Hulk, and ain't nobody got a problem with that. You could be a green radiation-filled Hulk, and nobody has a problem. But you put a black man in the comics, it's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem. Now, you got black American actresses who just want a job and opportunity, and you can give them that. Instead, you don't. And you putting out a movie like Sinners. Man, you know what, bro? You know what? You see what I'm saying? And it wasn't even a good film. I saw that stuff. I saw all the way up to, I didn't see any of the part where they went into like a river or something. I lost interest in it. And I was like, people told me to go see this movie. Like this movie, that movie was so at best. It was boring. Yeah, and you get the black community, black people, they're looking forward to you having power, Ryan. You're in Marvel, you're helping. And what do, man? You go out, you get rid of Angela Bassett. The movie was damn near, what was the guy? Namor. It was the Black Panther, the last Black Panther was damn near Namor. The saga of Namor. That's it. Damn, if you go and look at it, that's mostly what it was about. The guy who could, with the little arrows or whatever on his feet, it was like about him. So you get rid of Angela Bassett. Now you're casting for a new Storm. You got multiple black American actresses who would love to play the part. What are you doing? I don't get it, bro. I just don't, it don't make sense, man. Why would you do that? Yeah, the person that you picked, you can take the French lady. Yes, and she'll do an excellent job. But bro, why would you? Why would you? I mean, like, why would you do that? Why would you do it? And what were you teaching black people? What do we need to know now? Bro, you know what, bro? Forget about it. We'll find out today. I'm done with it. I'm done. I'm done. These guys, Ryan Coogler, I'm done with these guys. I'm done with these guys. These guys taste a few dollars and they flip. They flip. He got him an Oscar now. I don't know, man. He's probably afraid. He don't want to help black. Now it's like, I ain't black. I ain't black. He got that Oscar now, man. He done flipped. Man, it's crazy, bro. And you say, Chloe, why not put in there? They had Bailey in there, Halle Berry. They had her in there. Why was she in there? She played the role. She didn't say nothing. That woman had probably 3 lines in that whole film. And her character, you want to talk about weak character. She wasn't even, she was just in it. If you could put her in it, you might as well put Chloe Bailey in it. Why not? What do you have to lose? But come on, man, this French, man. And I tell you guys, go look her up. That's insane, bro. If this is fresh off picking, not the Dameson guy, but I don't even know the guy's name. I'm serious. I did something on the guy probably a month ago. I don't even know his name. He dubbed the new Black Panther, which is an absolute joke. It is an absolute joke, and it's an affront. If you're a Black American, if you're a proud Black American, you should be offended that he would dangle something like that in front of you. That was an that was an insult to the Black community. And then you turn around and you have an opportunity to pick a new storm. And many people have daughters. They have children. It's been proven these comic book characters are good for their self-esteem. It's good as they grow into adulthood. They follow the characters. They have a favorite character. I like this character. So which one you like? I like this character. It's been proven, but Black people can't get that. And they can't even get it from Black people. That's the sad thing. You can't even get it from Black people. Bro, this dude right here, because he braid his hair, man. Because he braid his hair. So, he Black. That dude, man, you know what, bro? That's what I'm saying. And that's what I've been saying. I say you cannot give these Black people this type of power because they'll be worse. They'll do worse. And look at this. The new storm from France. All these Black Americans in America, all these Black actresses, the new storm from France. I'm done, bro. I'm done. I quit. You can have it, bro. You can have it. I'm done. It's always the Negro too, every time. You don't see Captain America from France. You don't. His name is Captain America. That's what I was saying. The guy's name is Captain America. The hell you doing? France? Well, hell, why not make them Chinese? Why not? Why not? I'm serious. Why not? If it don't matter, right? It don't matter. Make them Chinese. Make the new Captain America Chinese. If you're going to make the new Storm French, make the new Captain America Chinese. It makes about the same sense. And I just feel sorry for these actors and actresses, man. They're just trying to make it. And they're doing the sitcoms and they're doing the small movies. And this woman worked with Ryan Coogler. She worked right with him in Sinners. And how does he return the favor? He tells her no. What's wrong with it? Just because, what? So, and this is what we're doing. Somebody say Cynthia Erivo. That's who you want to see? That's the new Storm? That's who you want to be the new Storm. That's who you want to be the new Storm. It's healthy for, yes, it is. It's healthy for young Black American children to watch. What's wrong with that? I'm just saying, what's wrong with that? You could watch you some Green, and then this guy's a Spider-Man, and you can watch that, and then your kids say, "Hey, I want to look at Storm," and they like Storm, they like the character. She happens to be Black. Okay, look at the Storm. Look at the Black Panther. Okay, let's go look at some Spider-Man. Let's go look at some Hulk. Let's look at some Captain America. But you don't even have Black people in it. No, I'm serious. When you take a look, when you look at this clown Ryan Coogler, when you take a look at this, there ain't even no Black people in it. There's no Black people in it. He said, "You reap what you sow." It looks like it, man. Sisters can't get a break, bro. They can't even play a cartoon, bruh. That's the world we live in now. They can't even play a cartoon. Can't even get that a simple job like that. You can take a Miss America contestant. This is how easy it is to find someone to play Storm. You literally can go and say, who's Miss Alabama, who's Miss Tennessee, who's Miss Georgia. Oh, we're going to take you, Miss Georgia. We're going to put you through 6 weeks of physical training. We're going to put you through 6 weeks of acting school. Would you like to be an actress? Okay, yeah, we're going to pay for that. And then we're going to cast you as the new Storm. And you good for the next 10 years. You're going to have a nice piece of money coming in your pocket. And we know you won Miss America, but we want, yeah, you'll do exactly what we're looking for. He can't do that. I mean, come on, man. This is what you're doing. This is what you're doing, bro. Yep. You know what? And you're right. He said we got exactly what we deserve, bro. He said, let the next Black Panther be Steve Rogers. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here come the geniuses. Here come the geniuses. Storm is an African character, not FBA. Storm, go and read the comic book. Storm's father was a Black photographer, a Black man from America. Storm was created with him and an African woman. That's how Storm came to be. If according to the comic, now we know it was a comic book, right? So really it don't matter, right? But let's go by that. According to the comic book, and Stan Lee said he couldn't look, brother, listen to me. He couldn't make Black American characters, too racist. He want look, you know what, bro? It don't even make sense. And then you have he couldn't do it. They didn't want to see that. You could put a green thing, you could put the thing, the green Hulk, the thing, you could do that, but you couldn't put a Black man because that's too much. They don't want to see no Black man on no comic book, man. I cannot believe these people don't understand why he did that. He had to stick them in Africa. But he wrote them for Black Americans. You need to go read Stan Lee's autobiography. Take your time out, and he explains a couple of characters and why he created them. And then it gets into nerd land, so I stop, on that. Because he goes down the rabbit hole. I'm not with all of that Silver Surfer and nerd land and Galagus. Yeah, that's not nah. No, thank you. Tough break for a Black person, though. It's a tough break for, man, you a Black person, bro, you catch it all day, every day. Unbelievable, yeah. Now, like I said, I'm going to say this again. There are strong rumors that it's the young lady from France. Now, we don't have an official clarification from Marvel. That's coming today. He said Luke Cage equal FBA. Well, I wouldn't claim Luke Cage. He says, yeah, you want to talk about weak characters. If this is now who, it might not be the same guy. I'm talking about some dude. He used to walk around with a fist. He had a big arm or something. He had a big fist. It was they create. Who was this guy? Who was this guy? Marvel created this character. He was illiterate. He was fresh out of jail, and he used to be around the neighborhood. Well, I don't forgot. Anyhow, he didn't last long. He about 2 years, 2 or 3 years. Was it Luke Cage? It was somebody. I don't know. It was no, thank you, brother. He had like no superpowers. Let the man make his film. I think he earned the right. Okay. All right, bro. And I earned the right not to go see it. Not going to see that mess, man. You know, as an American, we should all share in the victory of America. What's wrong with having an African American FBA, whatever you want to call them, Black American, play the role? It's just Storm. It's not like they're going to have her as the lead character, which, that's a whole different conversation. I think she did lead the Avengers for a while. She's actually the strongest one. Well, we know we can't do that, right? America's too racist for that. That's the strongest one. They can't do nothing with her. She's in rogue category. You can't do nothing with her. But she's not portrayed that way in the X films. They make a big deal about Magneto. Now, Magneto in the comic book, he ain't nothing. Now, on the film, they've made him incredible. They jumped him up. The other ones they made weak, and they built up Magneto. Man, Magneto ain't nothing. All they got to do is knock his helmet off. Who's that? I think Spider-Man beats Magneto. He he's nothing. And now in the films, he's a big deal. Like the stream, man. The X-Men. My fault. He said X-Men, not Avengers. Okay, you're right. Well, you know what, Emma, for me, let me tell you, Emma, for me, it is, okay? Emma, you see, that's what I'm saying. Emma, you know what, Emma, you're right. I don't see a difference. I see a comic book film. You're exactly right, Emma. I don't see a difference. I see some characters in a film. I mix up DC and Marvel all the time. But once again, you start going down that nerd rabbit hole. I'm not gonna, I'm just not, I'm not, do you really, is it that big a deal to you? Yeah, I don't want to go down that. At the end of the day, it should be a Black American playing that part. There's not too much to ask, and it don't make sense for her not to get the job. Now, Marvel will have its official release, but from what I'm getting, the rumors are strong that it's the French actress, and that'll be what it is, man. And that's a nice piece of money. I think that's more money she's making now. A casting in Marvel comes with a nice sized check and money for the next 30, 40 years. And when Black Americans ask for something, it's always too much, man. Have you noticed that? No, I'm serious. Like a Black person say, hey, can we have a Black store? It's always they're asking for too much. It is. No, I'm serious. It's always like, man, you're asking for a lot. You would say, well, Captain America is white. Why not let Captain America be a Black man? Isn't that what he is now? Hold on. Falcon's the new Captain America, right? I think that film bombed. Yeah, isn't the new, well, he's still Falcon though, right? He just got the shield. He got the shield. I don't think they lost money on. That's one of the few films they didn't make any money on. Like the stream, brother. Support the platform, man. Let me come over here. Hold up. It's not that big a deal, bro. Believe that. People make this stuff into more than what it is. It's just coming out, and I think that I think Ryan Coogler is letting he's letting black people down. I mean, he could be under pressure not to do that. The studios could be saying, "Hey, Ryan, we don't want to overdo this, and with all of this, all the Trump stuff, and he could be under pressure not to do it." And he's not saying anything, but this looks like the direction. And then when you take a look at the Sinners film, it just wasn't a good film. It was poorly written. Um, People looked at it and they gave him a pass, but it was a poorly written film. It was. I mean, if you put it next to other films, and the Oscars threw him a bone. It was Mike though. That was about who he had cast for the part. That's Michael B. Jordan. He's done a wonderful job, excellent job keeping his reputation and all of that clean. And Ryan sort of benefited from that. Ryan has benefited from that. But if you want to be for real, this right here, this is it, man. If he does this, and I think he's going to do it, he's going to have a lot of explaining to do, man. Because this is going to make black people look terrible, man. It's going to look like we don't have no type of talent, and we can't do little weak cartoon comic book movies. We can't do that. When you look at a Denzel and you look at his range, and you see all of these people who say they just want a fair opportunity and they can do a good job, just like you had with the Star Trek. You had the outrage that they had a black stormtrooper, and people was talking about the liberals and DEI, and they've had it with this and they've had it with that. And now you get a black director and you can't even none. You can't even get a black. You can't even get a black person. You can't find one black person for that part. Do you know how easy it would be to cast someone for that? I'm serious. Do you know how easy it is to cast someone for that? It sort of makes no sense. It makes no sense not to cast a traditional black American for the role. But it's always the black American that has to compromise. Always. 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 And they get the lectures and they get told, they do, they just get lectured, they get told it's for the greater good, that's the way things are. I got this job, I got hired, I'm not gonna let you down. Hey, studio, believe me, I'm not with that black stuff. I'm not gonna let you guys down. I'm really gonna go out there and yeah, it's the Negro always has to clarify that. He always has to clarify he ain't with that black stuff. He does. He has to break his neck clearing that out. No, I ain't with that black stuff. No, no, sir. I'm going to find the best person for the job. Storm, to play a comic book character. You need somebody from who does Shakespeare. You need a Shakespearean thespian to come out and play the role. Isn't that, man? It's big. Isn't that black? What is it? Twice as good. Black. They can't even get black people can't even get a comic book role, man. I'm not up for it. I'm just laughing at it because it's so nutty that you have to really think about it. And you know what? Whether you like it or not, let's be for real. White Zaddy got to come in and say, no, Mr. Coogler, no. That's what's going to happen, man. You know, because you can't leave it up to him. You think I'm playing? You can't leave it up to him. White Zaddy going to say, Mr. Coogler, we're going to hire some black Americans, okay? Is that okay with you? You got to do it to him. You don't have a choice. If you leave it up to him, now you won't have one. What are you doing, bro? What are you doing, brother? What are you doing? This is where we're at. This is what we're doing. This is what we're doing. This is where we're at. There we go. And people say it's not a big deal. Okay, it's not a big deal right now. But when that movie comes out and you take your family and your kid looks up to you and say, Daddy, there are no black people in the movie, Daddy. You know, you're going to think about it and say, well, how come there ain't no black people in the movie? Like, why can't y'all put it? What's wrong with that? And why do we have to have diversity? Why we have to do all this extra stuff to put a black person? What do you mean diversity? Why don't you just, there's a black guy who's behind the film. Why don't you put him in there? Why don't you why don't you put a black person in the movie? And we saw that, like I said, with Star Wars. Star Wars came out and they thought that he was going to be the next Luke, and he was just a bit player. And they protested the film and they clowned about that movie, man. Called it DEI. It's always DEI and liberals. So even with Ryan, he can't even cast. The man can't even cast for his films now. He's afraid to cast. He can't cast a black character. He's being told not to do it. You agree with me? Remember the 5 Heartbeats when Jimmy saw that album come and said, what? Get my boys back on this cover? Coogler's changing the cover. Coogler's changing. Yeah, man, he on something. I don't care what Ryan Coogler. We gonna see. We'll see who he picks. But if he make a bad pick, bro. If he makes a bad pick, man, people giving him a pass way too much. I'm serious, man. You giving him too much of a pass. He just don't deserve this. Like, bro, you already killed off Angela Bassett. You didn't have to do that. The damn film looked like it was Nemor, but only the Negro. Prince Nemor. That was it, Prince Nemor. Yeah, Prince Nemor. You got rid of Prince. I mean, you made the last Black Panther be Prince Nemor. You refused to recast uh, uh, T'Challa. Now you got his son, and now you're gonna find the new Storm. You know what? And that just show you, man. That show you, the black person will not get. They'll never get the respect they deserve. They'll never get it. They'll never get that. They always have to take it on the chin. And you can say it's simplistic all you want to. That's up to, and that's one reason why it's going to happen. Because if it's so simplistic, why don't they make Captain America Chinese? Since it don't matter, right? It don't matter, right? No, it don't matter. I mean, it don't matter. Okay, well, why not make them Chinese? Why not? Why don't you make Thor Korean? You just said it don't matter. It don't matter, right? It don't matter, right? He says Glenn Thurman was originally cast as Han Solo. Yeah, okay. I don't even know who that is, brother. You're saying it don't matter. It only matters to black people. See, because this is what I'm saying. Black people, they don't respect, and Ryan, consider him. It's up. We'll find out today. They don't respect black people, period. And that's why they always got their hands in some capacity on their characters. They always change their characters. They always do that. They never let them be they never let them be men. Like when you say, look at the James Bond, right? Now the guy Idris, he turned it down, but they did offer it to him. I don't know why he turned it. That makes no sense. But anyhow, the James Bond character, right? The James Bond character, right? They let James Bond be James Bond. Great character. Great character. Why can't, why, like we talk about Fox News, why can't black people have a character like that? Why can't your experience in America, you have a 007 and then you have a black character that's the equivalent? What's wrong with that? What's wrong with it? There's nothing wrong with that. You say Storm, okay. Who's the next Storm? She's from France. Somebody you've never heard of. With all of these actresses. And what did they do? They did the Selma, and the guy was from Africa. The Dr. King, it was an actor from Africa who played Dr. King. It's a big deal, man. It's disrespectful to the history of black people. It's just disrespectful. It's disrespectful to their memory. You know, it's like the Dr. King speech. They take I Have a Dream. The man made 7 albums. He's got numerous speeches. They take one passage. What about the part where the man said he was integrating his people into a house on fire? They don't ever bring that part up. Dr. King was for reparations. In fact, the March on Washington was about a check, unpaid balance. They don't bring that up. And then you take someone, this is what we do. No. This is what we do. Let's be for real. We get that fame and fortune. He sat on that stage and he won that Oscar, and them people clapped for him and white folks praised him. And bro, right then, he was reborn on that stage. Right then. Right then, he went into Mr. Charles. I'm going to do whatever I can. Now we don't want you. We're gonna let you pick the cast, okay? Now don't disappoint you. I'll never disappoint you, sir. This man right here, bro. This man right. This I'm done, man. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done, bro. And you know, we having the same conversations back in the 60s as you talk about blacks are not in leadership roles. They was talking about television. That's when you had the Dumbo. They banned that. Black people, the NAACP got that banned because of the crows. Yeah, somebody remind me. It wasn't because of the elephant. It was because of it's four crows in there. Five. It's crows in there that are extremely minstrel and racist. So they got that off the market. Black people, there was about black pride and don't respect us. They got that banned. Disney had to take that down. They got Uncle Remus, Song of the South. They got that banned. And now we're in an age now where, I mean, I'm saying in 2027 or 28, you literally going in to watch a film where there are no black people in the entire movie. And the so-called director is trying to make a big deal, and he's got braids in his hair, like he's down. Like he's really feeling like he wanted, hey man, I'm down for the cause, man. Shit, I'm with y'all. No, you ain't. No, bro, no, you not. Fuck you talking about? Look at look at the people you pick for these roles. Why don't you make Captain America Chinese then? What? You just said it didn't matter. Yeah, it's like 19. Yeah, it's like you're right, man. It's like 1960. It's like the 60s, man. 58, 59 for black people, man. We went backwards. We continually fall further and further back. And then they talk about Tyler Perry. Well, hell, he's the only one that'll make a black movie. I mean, I'm not a fan of his movies, but I'm saying when you look around, he's the only one. What do you got to do to see a black person in a movie? And what's that movie? Alicia Keys, Aaliyah and the Bee. Alicia Keys, she's a singer. She did a movie. Chloe can do this film. She could do this movie. How come Chloe can't do the movie? Oh, he said Black Panther came out in 1966. Okay. Chloe should do it. I mean, like it used to be when you were an actress, like a Chloe, you got a little following, you had a couple of songs, and you wanted to do it. They cast you in a minute for something like that. A little side part. Why not? They get a lot of free press because of that. For him to turn her down, you really got to wonder about him and go with virtually an unknown and go with a virtually an unknown. And when you say good times, why didn't they let Thelma be a white girl? Why not? Because it don't matter, right? Why not? He said Alicia did. Yeah, she's okay. She's okay. This is crazy to me, man. It just don't make no sense. If you keep up with Hollywood to some degree, you've got to be highly disappointed at this. This is just disrespectful to your culture, man. Because see, you got to understand, I don't have a problem with Iron Man. I don't have a problem. I know what the comic book looks like. It's a white guy, mustache, dark hair. He's in an Iron Man suit. And in the comic book, he had alcohol problems. I don't have a problem with Iron Man. I see the movies. I've read the comic books. And I see when they made the films, they stayed true to the character. But it's the black characters. If you're familiar with the comic books, they always playing with those characters, man. They're always changing them. They're making them weak. They look real weak. They're always getting defeated. They always lose. Every battle they get in, they lose, or they have to be saved. And you got to look at that and say, this is deliberate. This has to be deliberate. This has to be deliberate. This is not by accident, man. And then you got some dark-skinned sisters. Okay, they're headed in the right direction. I'll give you that. No, I'll grant you that, because even the French chick, she's Congolese. She's Congolese, but she was born in France. She was born there. Dark-skinned sister, they got that part okay. Because it's about time we get that, man. I mean, like, goddamn. I didn't like the Hal character being Storm. I didn't like that. But I got it. I understood why, light the string, brother. Now, this is the same guy right here, right? This chopped BMW guy, right? This is the same guy that would be whining if they made Iron Man Chinese. And these are the same guys, right? When you say that, these are the same guys that tore down the internet. They actually tore the internet down when they thought there was going to be a black person in Star Wars. You can have somebody with 3 arms. You can have a Jabba, a blob, a talking blob. You can have creatures and horns and extended mouths, but you can't have a black person. That's too much. No, and that's the truth. And this guy up here was saying, and this is what they do. They're the main ones complain. When you change the character, they're the main ones complain. Scream DI and racism all day, every day. But when they change the black character, they give you a lecture on why you need to be more tolerant. You need to be more tolerant. It's just a comic book character. What's wrong with you? Woo! Ryan Coogler of Marvel's going to announce the official, but there's rumors, and you know how they leak that information. The leak is about this Suzy, her name's Suzy Bombay or something, Suzy. It's Suzy something out of France. She has a few parts. I don't know. This ain't her first movie. And you just go back and you just go take a look at the people who wanted to film, man. It just makes you wonder. Like, bro, that's who you gonna pick? What are you doing? What are you trying to do? Like, what do you want? What kind of cast do you want? I mean, you have to wonder about it. You do? Hold up, 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 hold up. He said, what kind of person goes to a movie and bitches about the race of the characters? You do. Fuck out of here. You're the main one that does it. You do. You do. You shut the internet down when they fuck with your characters. You do. You say you be down there on Fox News right now complaining, screaming DI and woke. You be screaming woke all day. You'll be right down there on Fox News. It's woke. Hollywood's woke. This damn woke Hollywood. You do. And then you got the nerve to come over here. Well, here we go with the lectures. Now he's giving me a lecture about it. You're the main one that does it. Now he's trying to give me a lecture about it's a cartoon character. Well, why do you complain about it all the time? Why do you call them woke? How the hell are they woke? Let me get this clown out of here. Goodbye. Get your ass out of here. You have to watch. See, this chat moves, and sometimes the wrong person gets blocked. Let me get this guy out of here. Get your ass out of here. They the main ones that do it. Then they scream. They scream about racism. And they're down there on Fox News complaining about Sophie Cunningham and a damn basketball foul. And the WNBA's woke. It was a basketball foul. In Fox News. And he comes over here and tells me I'm making a big deal about this. That's all you do. And another thing, who the hell are you to regulate me? I'm a grown man. That's why I put your ass in the dungeon. You're going to tell me what to talk about on this channel. White boys, they just think they own you, man. Take your ass on. MAGA think they own black people. They tell black people what to talk. They come over here and tell me what to talk about. And they tell me, Platinum, you're making a big deal about this. The very moment, the very instant they see a black person that's cast in a role that's traditionally, wait a minute, they just shut the internet down about Odyssey. MAGA, Trump, MAGA. They just shut the internet down talking about the Odyssey. They just shut it down because they had a few black people in it. They went nuts over that. You know what? And this is what I've been trying to tell you. The racism is hypocrisy. It's about we get to be racist, you don't. That's what this shit is about. Fox News is racist. And I said, what's the black? They don't have an equivalent. There's no such thing as a black equivalent to Fox News. But Fox News is racist. And I said that, I'm going to say it again. Remember I said it. Show me the equivalent. There ain't one. You talking about Benjamin fucking Crump? And ask, what the hell you think Fox News is? And now you can't even get a black character. Even though you got a black director, you can't even get a damn black character. And you got to sit back and explain this to your kids. Because they don't care. I'm telling you, they don't care about black people, man. They don't care what you got to go through. They just don't care. They don't care. They'll put you through anything. They finally get the hue right. You got a color right. And we'll watch MAGA start attacking her. Watch. I'm saying it now. Watch MAGA start attacking her. Here we go. Join the stream, man. This is ridiculous. And then if you're a black person and you exhibit any pride, they attack you. They actually attack you for having fucking pride. Brother, I live in America. Can we occasionally get a black American a goddamn job? Is that okay with you? Is that okay? And what they said, we went back. We in the 60s now, bro. We not even on good times. We not even on good times years. We not even on the Sanford and Son, the good time. We ain't even the Jeffersons. Isn't that what Chris Rock said? We supposed to be Jetsons. He said, man, we ain't even the goddamn Jeffersons. He's right. We're not. We can't even get a black American character now. The Negro. The Negro can't even get that. They can't even have the spoils of America. They were born here. Why not drink in the land of milk and honey? They can't, not the Negro. Not the Negro. The Negro can't do it. Negro can't have it. The Negro can't have something simplistic as a comic book character resemble their children. They can't even have something that's simple. And that's what Stan Lee said when he had his conventions. He could not believe how many black people, how many black kids supported his comic books. He said he lost his mind. You see what I'm saying? That's a white man. He said, well, they can have, he said, it's not even like that. I'll make a couple of characters that are black. And guess what, Stan? Rest in peace. The so-called black director, he don't want you to, he can't even find one. What's up with you, Joey?
What up, Platt? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm listening.
So, which one is the one in the middle? Is the one they trying to cast?
Yeah, looks like it.
I just want a good Storm movie, though, Platt. I don't really care if she from overseas or anything. If she fits the part and she
What's
does
wrong with
good,
a black? What's wrong with a black person playing the part?
she's black. She's black.
No, a black American.
No, why? See, but that's the thing, though.
But no, Joey, it should be that way. Joey. See, that's
we're the ones
Joey,
that's
Joey,
getting too emotional
Joey,
with this whole.
Joey, you are part of the problem, brother.
No, I'm not. I'm part of the solution,
you are,
right?
No, you're not.
Because I feel like us as black people, I understand that we want American blacks to play these roles, right? But the way we're doing it wrong. As for us speaking up about it, because look at the movie that just had the top gross of this year, Spider-Man. That's not an American white man right there. That is a
okay.
Tom
Who plays
Holland,
the role? I don't know.
Tom Holland is not from here.
Oh, Tom Holland.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you don't hear them people snapping out and we need American white man. We need a man to play this part. Like, come on, y'all.
Where's Tom Holland from? Where's Tom Holland from?
I think he's from British or somewhere.
Oh, okay.
Or England.
I didn't know.
If you listen to his interviews, you can tell he's not from here. You know what I'm saying? He just plays the role as American. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. With Spider-Man from Brooklyn, New Yorker. But he does amazing. He's an amazing actor. I want that. I want an amazing actor. Well, I'm sorry, Platt. Okay, but the problem, so many of these black Tubi movie type niggas out here, they're gonna keep acting. I don't.
Well, I'd rather have Joey. I'd rather have one of them.
No, I don't. I don't want no Tubi acting going on, and I'm paying my money to see a good movie.
They're gonna have to go to Tubi. Joey, they're gonna have to go to Tubi. How they gonna pay their bills? No, the American directors won't hire them.
Goodness, I'm talking about on the big screen, Platt. Yeah, they gotta go to Tubi. Yeah, take your ass to Tubi and make your movies. But on the big screen, I want to see some good acting. That's it. That's all I ask for. I'm sorry.
So it don't matter, Joey.
To me,
this French woman.
I want good, talented actors.
No. So you say they gotta be able to act, right?
Yes.
So it doesn't matter that this woman is not from America and she's France. She's from France. It doesn't matter, right?
It doesn't matter.
Okay, so why not get Jennifer J-Lo to play the role? Why not?
Because if J-Lo was a dark-skinned, complected woman,
why does she have to be dark-skinned?
Because that's the role of Storm. First of all, these are all characters. You know what I'm saying, Platt? These not fictional. And then if J-Lo look like she's from Africa, then so be it. But she's not. She's a Puerto Rican woman, so therefore, no. She's not casted as
that's a person of color. Why not?
This woman is a dark.
No, Joey, you're not making sense.
We do. No, we're not talking about race. We're talking about complexion now.
But you're saying J-Lo can't do it. J-Lo's made a bunch of movies, man. Way more movies than this actress here.
What complexion is Storm, Platt?
In the comic books.
What's her complexion? Just say it. It's okay. She's black.
She got eyes and she flies.
She's black. She's a black woman. Like, why the hell are we gonna choose J-Lo?
Joy, she's got yellow eyes.
On, Platt. What are we doing?
She flies. Okay. You could talk about her complexion, Joy?
Yes. She's from Africa. She's a black woman.
Black
she's
people
black.
We can't get a break, bro.
She's a black woman.
You're not gonna let us. We can't even get a break to get a job.
Even if we was to go to Jamaica and find a woman that her complexion, she's still black. I understand we going through the FBA and the tethers and all this type of bullshit. I understand, but there's still the complexion. It's a dark-skinned black woman. That's it. J-Lo is not a dark-skinned black woman. Like, what the hell?
Well, I mean this.
Even if she was lighter skinned.
No,
Like,
Joey,
what's
I
going
mean
up
it.
here?
If
What's
he
up?
picks this actress from France, and rumors out on some of the Hollywood Reporter, some of the valid publications, they're saying that this is the new pick from Marvel, and Marvel will leak this stuff. If he picks her, it might as well be J-Lo for me, because I don't see a difference.
Yes, man.
I'm serious. I don't see a difference. It might as well be J-Lo because it's so far from what I consider it should be. I mean, are you serious, man?
These are fictional characters, though, too.
Okay.
Because that's what the people that was getting mad at the Odyssey, Pedo, whatever it was, playing as whatever, the queen was. So people are putting too much emphasis into these fictional, these not real characters. So they can switch them up. You know that, though, Platt. So if J-Lo was to be Storm, I understand you'll get riled up. You'll get mad. Then Zoe Zhang, whatever, played as I forgot. She played as somebody. Yeah,
she played as like a black woman or something. I can't remember what it was.
And they snapped on her because she had to put on a
black
fat prosthetic nose.
Hold up. That is a black woman.
No, hold on.
You know what, bro? I can't take
biracial, but
she don't just identify as a black woman, though, Platt.
Yeah, she's biracial, but
she identifies as a black woman.
I mean, I don't know.
You ain't been keeping up with her. She goes out of her way, bro. She clears.
No, but people was mad because of the role that she
people got mad at her. She did something from the time
that get a black woman to do
that
this.
woman, and good for her. She's got a lot of money. She's a top star actress now. Good for her. I remember when she went through the smaller roles, and I remember that Spider-Man stuff. And look, she got in Dune, and Dune's a hit. They got Dune 3 coming out. She's good with just Dune. But to sit up here,
talking about Zendaya?
That's what you're talking about.
No, we're not talking about Zendaya.
Zoe Saldana.
Go look her up, Platt.
Zendaya is white and black. Zoe Saldana, I think, is.
I understand why you got to mix up, Platt.
That actress,
we ain't talking about her.
I have seen her tell reporters she is a black woman.
I don't think she's said that on record.
Yeah, okay, I'm telling you.
Zoe Saldana?
Since you can read my mind and you know what I know. I told you I've seen her do it. I've seen her do it.
I don't got to read your mind, Platt.
I watched that woman get screwed over at the BET Awards. She was sitting down there, and she was nominated, and that woman, she was there probably 3 years in a row, and that's when she was a smaller actress. They didn't give that woman nothing, and I said, man, I don't know about that. I said that's sort of insulting. You can throw her a bone, can't it? She's always there. These other people don't even be there. And that's when she was first starting out. No, when she was first starting out. They would ignore her. They would ignore her. They even, I think, she got nominated for Spider-Man. Spider-Man had made all billions of dollars, and she lost out to somebody who had a bit part in some garbage case, like you said, a Tubi film. And I said, man, that's disrespectful. That's disrespectful.
I'm talking about
you're doing the whole like
Avatar. That's what I'm talking about. Who that, Garrett? That's Zoe, right?
Wait a minute. Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, no, I'm saying the one that played in Avatar. As one of
Zoe Saldana, yeah. Same
that's
person.
what I'm talking about. Yeah, Platt.
That's what's it called? Oh, come on, Joy. You ain't bringing up.
No, but Platt.
That's the same person we're talking about, Platt. How you been listening?
But Platt, that's what I'm talking about.
She's Mexican or something.
No, but they got mad because she played as a black woman.
She's not black. That's the woman we were talking about.
She's Dominican. Okay, my fault. She's Dominican. She's upfront about it.
Yeah, but people was going
clear it up for you. She'll clear it up for you. She's Dominican.
Yeah, but people got mad because she played a black
that's
role.
The person we were talking about, Platt. We wasn't talking about Zendaya.
No, I ain't talking about her. I'm talking about her. They got mad at her because she played a black role, and people were like, "Hold on, this is not a black woman." But she played the role. She did good. See what I'm saying?
Oh, like, that Nina Simone movie.
Nina Simone. There you go. Thank you, bro.
Yeah,
thank you.
Yeah, that was the one. Yeah, they was mad behind that. They was real mad.
Platt, they was punching on her. Platt, they was punching on her. That damn near was trying to end her career because of that movie.
My thing is, I think people should have a little bit more of an open mind. Because me personally, even though I don't think she looks the part of Nina Simone, I don't necessarily believe it's enough for me to get angry about. Like some castings are
Exactly.
just certain people will just cast people just simply because they just like the actor or they just like their voice. Like it's the same thing with Zoe. Is this Zoe? Is that her name? On the thumbnail?
That's Chloe. I think that's
Chloe. I'm
Chloe.
sorry. Yeah,
Chloe,
yeah,
that's
Chloe. Yeah,
Chloe right here.
yeah. The director said that she went to one of her plays and saw her perform or something. I can't remember. And said that immediately that she thought she would play she would be perfect for the role of I forget the mermaid's name, but she'll be the immediate best candidate for the role of Little Mermaid. But it had nothing to do with her actual aesthetic. It just had to do with she thought she was a great singer.
That's a fact.
So like certain
Haley,
directors will just do that. Certain ones don't prioritize like aesthetics. Like they did the same thing when that Latino girl, like the girl who's like mixed with Latino and white, she played Snow White, and a lot of people didn't like that either. But the simple fact that like the director like literally went out of their way to say that I prefer the singing more than anything, so I don't care how she looks. So
I just want a
Okay.
good movie with some good actors, Platt. I'm sorry. If you one of
I
these
don't.
Tubi actors that's a black American and you
Why are you
playing the
calling these
same
women Tubi actors? Where you got it? That
because it's
Tubi actor?
bottom of the some people we only stuck in the power and
the
the
Empire,
Raising Cane and
the Empire.
the drug, yeah, that type bullshit. The Tyler Perrys. We don't go and expand our levels of acting. I'm sorry, them people over there that's acting, they go on the
Now
schools of Julie. I'm
you
sorry.
done,
All right,
no, you done, no,
all right,
Joey.
whatever. All right, Platt. I got you. I got
Don't
you.
do that, Joey. Don't
I
do that.
know, because now it's gonna sound like I'm punching, and I'm not saying it
Yeah,
ain't
you
good,
talking
great. It ain't
crazy up
good.
here, bro. This
It
man
ain't. I'm not
talking
saying that it ain't
crazy.
good
I mean,
American
he
actors,
does
but it's
have some
only
safety,
a
but
small bubble of them that can
he,
really act. The Michael
he,
B. Jordans and all them, like it's only a small amount of them. Even the one that's right here that was in Sinners, she's a great actor. She is,
I
but
mean,
she can't
if
play every role. Like what the hell?
listen, like if we actually having a conversation about this, right? I do have my criticism about like a lot of like the super popular TV shows a lot of black characters playing. Like understandably so that somebody kind of needs like everybody kind of needs their start. Like not every actor is just in a position where they can just turn down roles, especially in a big enough role like Power stuff like that. But there are some roles where I'd argue that there's I would argue that the roles that they have you in wouldn't actually expand your acting horizons. Like for one, like 9 times out of 10, you see a whole bunch of people in Power just as cameos. Like you'll see like 5 or 6, 7 different very renowned actors in their cameos. Like they're barely in the show. Or you'll just have somebody who like they'll play something like a really really hammy role where they're just supposed to say like pretty good lines here and there. Like if you need like honestly, God, I'm okay with like the idea that black people are going to play in different roles because some of them just actually need to expand their horizons if they want to like put themselves above everybody else in the acting scene. So
Okay,
the
okay. So
idea that
hold up. So you saying that you don't think the current slate of actresses, black actors, are good at acting?
no, I'm saying specifically the actors that we like, at least that are more renowned
Uh-huh.
as far as like the ones that play in like the popular TV shows and TV shows, like I could argue that a lot of them that play in those TV shows are not really expanding horizons because the acting roles are not as difficult to play as some others. So that's what I'm criticizing. Like we have a bunch of black actors that just don't get a lot of shine. It's just that they play in smaller indie movies.
Well, how do they get into the major films if they can't get casted?
Well, more than likely, 9 times out of 10, you just have to be not like 9 times out of 10, you have to either play in enough roles so the director can notice you,
Mhm.
or just really act your ass off in some of these indie roles to where the director will choose you regardless of that fact. Because if they're watching more indie films, then they'll probably choose you. Or maybe you know a person of a person. It is a no, it
Okay,
is a
but
it is a nepotism game.
the role is Storm, who's going to be a
Okay.
side character in the new X-Men. She's not going to have that many lines.
I mean, we don't know that. We don't know. She probably might be a protagonist. We don't know.
She's not going to have that many lines. They never.
Then how do
She.
you do that?
Well, anyhow, she's just not going to have that many lines. So the
I
acting
mean,
part,
we
I
don't
get
make
that.
that,
Okay,
Pratt, seriously.
I get the acting part, but if you're Ryan Coogler, Why don't you say, hey, you know what? I'm the director. I'm gonna give Jayme Lawson, the Black American actress who played in Sinners. I'm just gonna help her. I'm gonna go ahead and cast her for this Storm. Why can't you do that? Why
It's
you
so
say
weird that
I
you say
gotta
this,
go?
Black,
I gotta
because
go to France and find this actress from that we don't know about. And I'm, you know what, bro? Just if he does that, and we're gonna find out. I don't know what to say for him, man.
What you mean, Pat?
I mean,
You trying to?
it's kind of funny that you say this, Flat, because you did the whole like this actor is not Black American and therefore he shouldn't be cast as T'Challa, even though T'Challa is literally not Black American. Neither was Chadwick Boseman. But when this other Black actress is not getting cast, you're like, okay, well, this is a capital offense. But again, Storm is not Black American, so it's like, why does it matter?
Her dad was.
What do you mean her dad was? No,
No,
he
what
wasn't.
in the comic? No, he wasn't. He was
Well,
from
that's the
Africa.
that's the only place he's in the comics. But I'm saying
No, he
it
wasn't. He
was.
was from
It was.
Africa. Pat. They was from
No,
Africa.
no.
He's African, dude.
Storm's father was an American Black man.
No, he wasn't. Platt, where are you getting it
Go
from?
and look it
What
up.
comic that's in, Platt?
Wait.
Hold on. Time out. Because I swore I knew about Storm and her family and all that. Especially, she used to deal with the Black Panther. Like, she had a son with the Black Panther, didn't she? If I'm not mistaken. But her dad is not from no America, Platt. You sure?
It says right here, Storm
All right, yeah.
was born in Harlem. That's what it says. To an American photojournalist and a Kenyan prince mother. Raised in Cairo.
The one I read was that she was supposed to be. Go ahead.
Raised in Egypt, orphaned at a young age after a plane crash. Killed her
See,
parents.
the one I read was that she was a reincarnation of like an African goddess or something.
Okay.
Are you sure this
You could
is
be right,
this
Platt. You could be right. Listen,
is this like the canon? Because we don't know if we're going to use this canon. They could use the old canon that she's a reincarnation of the African goddess.
All right. Well, then you wind up, if you do that, you wind up with no Black people in X-Men.
Why would you need Black people in X-Men?
There you go.
No. I'm saying
No. There you go. No, brother. Thank you for. You know what? You're making my point for me. There you go. That's exactly why Black people will hold up. That's why they will absolutely remain on the bottom rung of society. Look at this man. He says, "Why do you need them?" You're right. Why give them a job? Why let them work? Okay.
Oh, damn.
You're right.
All right, Joey. Why
hire them? Why hire Negroes in roles that they read the comic books and they can play? Well, why you want to hire a Negro for that? There you go.
Flat, you would be an excellent journalist because the way
you know what? Hold on. Let me tell you something else. And I've said that I don't have no problem. You cannot put Negroes in these roles. You can't let these Negroes be directors. You can't let these Negroes be in charge because this is what you're going to get. They feel guilty about hiring Negroes. They feel like they got to tap dance for Uncle Charlie. And that's why you have to go to White Zaddy to get him to save, because you can't depend on the Negroes. And you got to say, no, Ryan. We're going to cast the Black American actress. Why not, Ryan? You got to.
Joey.
Ryan, but I don't think Ryan gets much say on this one though, because he'll use Storm in Black Panther 3, but Storm is going to be in the X-Men reboot too. Like she's going, but so Coogler doesn't get the final call on that one. I'm sorry. That's what's his name? What is his name? Damn, I forgot his name. Sorry for that. The one that's over Marvel has been making all the movies. I forgot the guy's name. Kevin Feige. Feige gets to make the call on this because Storm is not just for Black Panther. Storm is going to be in the X-Men reboot, and she's going to go across a bunch of movies. So he doesn't get to make that final call. That's a hiring by committee for her for this go round.
Black Panther is about to be from a deaf god that's from over. Like, what are we doing, Platt? Come on, it doesn't matter.
Joey. This is why you got to let people speak. Let me ask you a question. It's not a trick question. Why do people use the term black?
Black American or just black?
Well, okay, so like, why
Relatively,
do
they say black.
You need to hold up. You need to stay on my topic, bro, because I
this
don't
is
know
on
what
the
you're
topic?
talking about. That's what kind of
It
question
is
is
on
that?
it is on topic, Platt. So my thing is, you did the whole, well, this is that you just explained why we can't have black people in movies. When I said the term black, I was referring to black Americans because that's usually why people say black.
Yeah.
What's
They don't just
wrong
report it.
with what's wrong with having a black American play the role? You
It's
keep
not,
saying
but
it
that
don't
doesn't
matter.
mean you.
Okay, hold up. Should we make Iron Man Korean?
I mean, if they want to.
If he look white, yeah. Let's get it
No.
going.
Well, why does it have to look white? Why does it have to look white?
I mean, what does that have to do with it, though, Platt? Like, why would?
No. I'm saying when it comes to black people, you have the same attitude. It don't matter. But when I tell you, what about Iron Man, who's a white man in the comic books, you automatically will say, hell no, he shouldn't be
I didn't say
Chinese.
hell no. I literally just said if they want to, sure.
A Platt, Spider-Man right now is literally Tom Holland is what? England, British. That's
white.
not a.
He's white.
He's a white man, but he's not from America.
He's European, so he's not an American white guy.
Yeah, like if you're doing the whole, if you're doing the whole like, well, if black people, it doesn't matter, then you should do the same thing with white people. I'm almost certain that most black people would still agree with you, Flat. I don't think that's the issue here. I was saying specifically, you don't need black Americans to only play X-Men. You can have other black people. I'm sorry, you can have other colored people from other foreign countries and play X-Men. It wouldn't really matter. They can play American black roles.
The problem with what you're saying, there are not that many roles for black Americans, period. Especially when you start talking about a lot of these, like the high-paying comic book films. When you say we're going to still hire out, that eliminates a potential role for a black American. That's what I'm saying. You're saying this stuff like it don't matter. And we just saw this Odyssey thing. People lost their minds over this thing.
Yeah, okay. Why would you think that just because a foreign person got the role, that a black person just can't get a role somewhere else? Like she absolutely like stifled her acting career.
Get a role somewhere else.
That's the narrative.
Well, when you're implying that foreigners are getting black American roles, you are kind of implying that they can't like.
I said Ryan Coogler picked the wrong person.
No, that's the narrative right now.
But you're literally saying that.
Okay, look, I don't blame if I was in France and you gave me a multi-million-dollar deal, hell, I'd take it. I'm saying Ryan Coogler could have gave that money to a American. And now he's wrong because that's why you're getting your money, bro. Sinners. But you know what? It don't matter because like I said, you guys show me it don't matter. When it comes to us, it don't matter with us.
It just doesn't matter in general, Platt.
No, it don't matter to us, bro.
Cast somebody who knows how to act. It's not that big of a deal, Platt. I get it. Like,
why do you have to know how to act to play Storm?
You gotta know how to act.
I mean, I would assume that.
See, that's the problem. See, Platt, you the problem. You the problem. That's why I say about that Tubi movie shit. Because I'm tired of just because he's a black man or a black woman, he can get his way in just because they are black American. No, you need to act. You need to know how to play the part. Like I don't.
I hate to do the slippery slope routine, but if you're doing the whole.
Halle Berry was the worst Storm ever.
Exactly. Yeah, like if you're doing the whole, why does she have to be? Why does she have to be a good actor?
She was horrible. Platt, do you remember? You remember the Storm?
She was.
Do you remember Catwoman?
Yes, she was
horrible. And you want her to play a guy? You want actor like her?
No, I didn't like that.
All right then, yeah. All right. So you get what I'm saying then? No, I need a good actor.
Joey,
I don't want no Halle Berry.
Okay. Well, we'll see, Joey. We'll see.
Just because you look good to play the part. No, act. You got to know how to act.
Okay, so wait a minute. So you all agree that you want to see a chocolate sister playing a role. We all agree with that, right?
Yeah, that can act.
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay.
Like look, if there's a brown skinned woman out there who's just like an amazing actor, like that trumps like these two candidates, then sure, I would just cast them. I really wouldn't care. But like, if you're just going for full blown, I need the aesthetics to look almost exactly like Storm. Like these are like almost as best as you can get. Like I don't know how tall they are. Storm is usually tall in the comics, but I'm assuming that they can probably make her look taller.
Where is Marshall Ali? Is he from here, or are he from overseas too?
Who?
The guy that was going to play Blade. Wasn't that the?
You talking about Marshall Ali? He's extremely weird. He looks African, but I think for the most part he's American.
Okay.
Because he was a rapper, wasn't he?
I don't know if he was a rapper.
Marshall Ali? Yeah, I'm almost certain
I think he's Islamic. I think he's Muslim.
Oh, he Muslim.
I think he is.
Okay, but my thing was, even if he was going to be the new Blade, he was going to fit the part. You know what I'm saying? The new Black Panther, he's actually a deaf actor. He played good. I seen him in the Alien movie. He played as the robot. He's a good actor. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He's going to be the new Black Panther. I want to see it. He's not from here. He's from overseas.
Marshall Ali is from Cali.
Oh, he's from California. Okay. So he's American. All right. I just want good actors, Pat. That's all I'm saying. I understand.
We all do, Joey. We all do, but what's wrong with having a Black American play the Storm role? What's wrong with that?
They got to be good. I don't want it to be.
Why do you keep saying, Joey? They're playing a comic.
It's got to be good, though, Pat. It's got to be good.
Okay, so allow us to answer your question with a question.
I don't get that. I don't think it's hard for an actress to play the role of Storm.
Well, so watch the old X-Men movies with Halle Berry playing the Storm. It was horrible to me. I ain't like
really. Hold on. She didn't
Halle, but Halle wasn't in the movie. Halle wasn't the problem with the Storm character. It was the writing for Halle, because she wasn't a focal point of the film. And for all the flack that X-Men 3 got, that was the best version of Storm they had on screen when they did the third one, because they actually gave her something to do.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's a combination of both. Like, Halle Berry just cannot do an African accent to save her life. When she tried in the first one, and it was horrible.
And I'm glad they stopped her from doing it too. I'm so glad they took her out of that, because
in the second film they just said forget about the accent, just talk like how you talk, which is kind of weird for the continuity, but whatever. The third one, you're right, she was actually given something to do. Halle Berry has never been all that great of an actress, but at least give her something to do, and then maybe she'll look fine. I still think she was miscast, but if we're doing the whole like what's wrong with the Black American play Storm? Okay, well let me answer your question with another question. What's wrong with the foreigner playing Storm?
See, look, they in the chat talking about she a Black. Storm is not a Black American, man. She's from Africa.
Yeah, that part. Her character's not from America.
Even if she is a Black American, why does it matter? Like what like Franklin Saint from Snowfall is a Black American. He's played by a British actor. You know this stuff happens all the time, right? Like the dude from Four Brothers, the villain from Four Brothers. He's a British actor. The guy from 12 Years a Slave. He plays a Black. Well, isn't it historically like that's actually like accurate? Like the dude who's like the 12 Years a Slave story is actually an accurate like. Let me rephrase that. It actually happened in real life. The guy who we played is a Black American. So like, what are we doing here?
But the thing is, though, the character is from like Black Panther is not from Harlem. He ain't from Brooklyn. He's from Wakanda, which is a fictional. It's not a real place, but it's supposed to be in Africa. You know what I'm saying? So
so like if we're doing that, it really shouldn't matter all that much. Like if you're like,
there you go.
Yeah, you could argue that it can be a little bit.
The Negro, hold up, only the Negro. Hold up, only the Negro. Sits back.
I mean, technically, she's still Negro.
Only the Negro sits back and makes light of his own cinema and all of that. Yet when you mess around with the Odyssey, when you mess around with the white man, they don't play that stuff. They almost tore this place down talking about the Odyssey. Because you put a Negro, they say you put a Negro in there. You put two Negroes in the Odyssey. The hell going on?
They were mad when Michael Clark Duncan played the Kingpin in Daredevil. They'll be all right. They'll get over it.
I'm saying they'll be all right. If we literally said Kevin Feige is literally like the top dog when it comes to casting and what's going on with Marvel, and he literally greenlit this decision. What makes you think he has a problem? He doesn't.
Coogler
Okay.
didn't get to make the final call on this. I'm telling you, he doesn't have that kind of power to make that casting.
No, it might. You could go check now. They might have released it. They said they're gonna release it today. There'll probably
Yeah,
be a
we'll
couple
see,
other
but
characters or
yeah,
whatever.
like
So.
Yeah,
like
because they're supposed to reveal the entire X-Men cast
Okay.
today.
let's
That's
just be
the
honest.
rumor.
Like there's something there's an elephant in the room that people need to talk about, and especially Black people. They need to understand this whole bull crap with when it comes to like representation, right? The people who are mad about representation are usually not the people in charge. The people who are mad about representation are usually the races at home who have a desktop computer and who just complain about it on the internet all
Who
day.
cares? Hey,
I'll
bro,
put,
Garris.
I'll put it like this.
Garris. I don't
Yeah.
even know why you're on the internet, bro. I mean that. How
The
do you complain
neurotics.
about the internet and you own the internet? Okay, if you like everything the way it is, just keep doing what you're doing. It's called YouTube. They want me to have my opinion. And when you come up here talking like that, bro, I be wondering about you. That's the entire point. They say, here you go. Here's your platform, Platt. Have your opinion. You come up and talk about, man, that's the problem, man. Y'all got an opinion. That don't make sense. Bro, you want to talk about the topic? You can talk about the topic. You want to start going on your long, what you normally do, complaining about people's opinion. I have no idea why you're saying that. You don't agree. But do you actually know that's your opinion? You're expressing yours. Complaining about mine, you're expressing yours.
Yeah, and that definitely bringing a lot of the views because them neurotics and them other guys that criticize the characters and they ain't with the DEI type. I know you know I'm talking about Garris because them guys they don't like nothing.
And you know what? The studio just released numbers. They said because of the outrage on the internet, I think the Odyssey they're up there. I don't know exactly what the numbers are.
They up there.
Like $1 billion. They made $1 billion off that film, and then they said that outrage blew them up.
Okay, so like I have a simple thing for you. Imagine you saying that why are you over here complaining about somebody's opinion? Yet you put me backstage about my opinion. The irony is so crazy here. The irony is so crazy here.
That's it.
No, but that's
it. What else does they need to add? That's it.
No, but that's what I feel like with a lot of these movies, though. Honestly, though, Platt, where they starting to dumb it down a little bit because so many people want specific type characters to play specific type roles.
Joey, Joy, you're raising your daughter right now.
And I was just about to say that, Platt.
Why can't you take your kid in 2 years to go see X-Men and there's Jayme Lawson and not this French woman or Chloe Bailey, and why can't you say, look, don't you like Storm? And the little kid say, I like Storm. What's wrong with that?
The last movie I took my daughter to see that had a black character and I seen her eyes glow when she seen it was The Little Mermaid. She seen a black girl playing the Little Mermaid. It was amazing. You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead.
No, what you about to say, Gary?
I would say a little girl is probably not even going to know where the actor is from. She's just going to assume that she's playing the role. I mean, she's going to assume that she's the role that she's actually playing. So she's not going to know this actor's from France, Timbuktu, from Cuba. She's not going to know that.
Yeah, black girl, black woman. That's all she's going to see. She don't care about where she's from and none of that. That's all I'm saying, Platt. I just want her to see a good a black woman play a good role. That's it. I don't want to hear about where she's from. I understand because Drewski did that skit, and it definitely made people a little bit upset with the actors that's over there. Then they come over here. Then they take our culture. They kind of act like us and stuff like. Which I ain't gonna lie, they doing a good role. Like the guy that played, they clone Tyrone. He ain't from here, but you would have thought he was the way he act. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. I just want good acting.
You're making it about Joey. We're at a stage where a lot of these actors and actresses are just simply saying it's hard for us to get a job, especially when you talk about major studios in America. Yet the major studios tend to get foreign actors. That's legitimate, and you do have to wonder and say, "Hey, well, what's wrong with the American actors and
Because
actresses? What's wrong with them? Because there ain't no. You say Storm, there's not going to be a whole lot of talking for Storm in that film.
Michael B. Jordan, as much as people didn't think he had range, he did. He do. The man got an Oscar now. He played different roles. You feel what I'm saying? He
Mm-hmm.
climbed up the ladder. We all seen it. You know what I'm saying? From where he
Yeah.
started from The Wire until where he at now.
Mm-hmm.
These other actors, they constantly keep playing goddamn drug dealers, whores, the same goddamn act, the same.
Yeah.
Taraji P. Henson with the same ugly face plays the struggle role. I'm tired of seeing that. So therefore, you're gonna keep being stuck in that
Yeah,
same role.
Taraji.
You could have been anything, Taraji, but you want to keep being a Tyler Perry, sad black woman struggling type role.
I think I always thought Taraji would have been great as Misty Knight.
Oh, that would have been perfect.
I'm serious. I think Taraji would have killed Misty Knight, man. I think she would have really nailed that part. And I hate that she didn't get it, because I was like, when I heard they want to bring her into, on Luke Cage, I was like, they should have got Taraji for this. She would have been perfect.
Who? TD.
Hey, what's up?
If you had to cast one of these women, and I don't know the entire cast for who tried out for Storm, but the 3 women we have posted, if you had to cast one of them, which would you pick?
I would have chose the Bailey girl.
Yep,
But that's just me.
Yep,
That's
me
just
too.
me though.
Me too.
I would have chose her.
It's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. Look at all the free publicity. Not that you need it, but I'm just saying, look at all the free publicity. She's young. She wants to do it. She got to go through everything. Everybody got to be trained, and before it's when you're talking about a movie that might not come out for 2 years, and then she's got that background, and that's gonna always be good. Period. I don't get it. That's what I'm saying. Why would you get somebody who's virtually unknown?
The benefit of picking someone that's virtually unknown is because you can probably negotiate a more beneficial contract. If she's virtually unknown, you can get her for a lot cheaper. Honestly, you get that whoever the girl is that they rumored to cast, she's going to be cheaper than than the Bailey girl, and they'll be able to lock her in for a long amount of time. Because when you do like these comic book franchise movies now, especially like with Marvel, you have to lock in for several movies, because you're not just doing, like, she's going to be an X-Men, but she's not going to just be used for X-Men movies. Like, she's going to be an X-Men. She's going to be in Black Panther. Hell, if I understand correctly, the new X-Men cast is supposed to show up in Avengers Secret Wars. And that's the next movie after the one that comes out this December. So, like, that's one of the reasons that's one of the main reasons why you cast the unknown for a lot of these parts, because you can lock them in that contract long. Because Tom Holland pretty much was unknown, and they got to lock him in for Captain America: Civil War, Spider-Man 1, 2, 3, and 4, Infinity War, Endgame. With him being, you catch him early like that, before they really get, some shine, and they can, start maneuvering and dealing, then you get to lock them in. So I understand. I understand why they get her, because they can lock her in. They can lock her in for like pennies on the dollar. Unfortunately, like they'll be able to hold her for a while.
That's one of the Drewski thing he was talking about, the British actors. I was like, a lot. Like, don't get me wrong. I knew there was a lot of like black people that's gonna take it the wrong way, but there was a lot of black people that's like, well, this has been like a standard practice in like acting for a little while. They'll keep casting actors that are just relatively unknown, so they can just pay them less. That's just always been the case. So this whole ordeal, it's not really anything new to me. Like I'm a fan of representation when it's appropriate. So anybody who wants to be Storm and like actually has the acting chops, I would be like, go for it. Like if you're doing the whole, well, I'm just going to pick somebody just for the simple fact that they're a well-known name and they don't have the acting chops, that's more so I have the problem with. And I just don't know her acting chops, so I can't really speak on it. So that's why I would say, like, when it comes to like situations like this, I don't really care. Like most of the time, I don't even think that like the higher up white people at the top even care. They'll hire black people just as well because they know it makes money. If it appeals to a certain audience,
they'll do it. Not really.
I mean, yeah, really.
I mean, eventually, and you can make a case there should be more than one black character. You can make a case about that. You know, we know why it is. When you say Chloe, I would rather see Chloe Bailey trying to be Storm. That's trying to be than this new actress or this French woman. I don't want to see her at all.
I'd
See, but
say reality wise, you see the biggest companies. If there's a way they can push a certain agenda or a narrative to get more, I'm almost certain that Nike did the whole like you remember the rainbow colored like Nike check, Joey, when they were trying to do representation for like gay people.
yeah,
They did that like over 10 years ago, and they got a bunch of money from that. Like they just legit don't care. Like you could argue that some of the people at the top don't care about the minorities that they represent. Like that's a whole other story. But like it's not really that big of a deal to me. It's like again, we don't know her acting chops. We don't know if she has like the tenacity like to play somebody like Storm. So like we just have to wait and see. Like legit, like we just have to wait and see.
no, but I get what Platt. I get what you're saying. I do get it. But at this point, especially with all these characters in these movies, and you got millions of dollars behind these characters and these directors and everything, you don't want a movie to fail just because, oh, we just need an American white woman or American black woman, or you know what I'm saying? Like you see how that even with that Supergirl movie, that movie was trash, lost money.
Yeah,
A lot of these movies,
I didn't see that.
yeah, a lot of movies is losing it because the way that these people want their characters, they want it to be perfect. And rightfully so. No, these are not real characters, but you want this depiction like, oh, I could see me. When I seen that Spider-Man movie, I was like, this is one of the best Spider-Mans right now. Like, he better than Tobey and the other guy.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
And for all the money that it made, they keep missing the fact that this guy, this Spider-Man, this particular version of Spider-Man has been developed over like several movies.
Yep.
Right.
So of course you're going to get like a big payout because we've been seeing him for years now. What Civil War was in 2016, I think.
Yeah, it was a while ago.
So we've been
like,
rocking with this dude for 10 years. So of course they gonna come see it. They wanted Supergirl to make a lot of money, and I was like, you haven't laid the groundwork for this character. Like,
the foundation.
you know, and I'm like, y'all keep thinking you're gonna pull the women in. Women are not comic book movie fans. The men are the ones who show up for these.
Yeah,
The girls come along as a date, but I hate to tell them, the women are not the big fans of these characters. So you trying to, appeal to the female audience with these characters, you're wasting your time. I hate to tell them this.
I don't know if it necessarily I don't know if like the alternative is that like because like the women are not as big into comic book movies as men are, that the alternative that we don't make the movies. Like I think the movie should have still been made. Like we need the groundation of
No. The movie should be made, but they keep trying to make it to appeal to the women, and I'm like, the women are not the big fans of comic book movies.
Yeah, and that's where I don't know who made it, but I know Disney is failing all over the place with this Star Trek. They keep and all these characters. They keep trying to force characters to the fans, and the fans just don't want those characters. They don't want to see that stuff. They trying. They had Well, look, you had to keep up. I'm not. They're having problems over there at Disney as far as like the money and trying to get somebody to look at those films, and more they're losing money because, like you said, the guys don't want to see masculine women running around, in these films. They're just used to a certain thing, and that's what they want to see. Just like you say, a remake. People want to see the Spider-Man swing around. They want to see him shoot his web. It's a remake. They don't want you to sit him play a guitar and stuff like that. They don't want you to change the character into something else. Make him a poet.
But Platt, I know as much as people be wanting fan service with these characters, but you got to give a lot of these directors and the casting people some type of credit on why they picking who they picking too. Like it's a lot of outrage on these characters. It's people mad about the Wolverine game because he don't look like Hugh Jackman. Like,
it's
what are we
grifters,
doing?
man. Like you know what somebody told me on the internet, Joe? There was like all this representation. Like they were saying like Mystique looks horrible, and it was like why are they having a white guy go to a foreign country to kill people? I'm like, dude, you understand that this is first of all, it's a fictional country. And then they were like, when we had similar games where white guys went to foreign countries and killed people. Like I don't know if you're a big fan of Resident Evil, uh, um, Joey, but that's almost the entirety of the plot of Resident Evil 5.
Well, that's
Like,
fine. Okay, I mean, look, but we can't. You got to watch the K word though.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Delete.
Unalive.
Yeah. Unalive people. Yeah, because like that's literally the plot of Resident Evil 5. Like it's just people. Like look, I know exactly what it is. It's exactly like it's always what it has been. People will take something and run with it, and obviously the grifters want to make money, so they're going to keep taking it and run with it, and a whole bunch of people are going to keep following suit and being like, yeah, we're tired of this, blah blah blah, but yada yada yada. Whether it's black, somebody's like a woman or something like that.
If you don't like it, you don't like it. And it does matter. Now, the people who did the Odyssey, it turned out it didn't hurt their film, it made their film more popular. So, and they're very happy with the Odyssey. They were just talking about how much money still got money pouring in. But there was an online resistance, and people they said MAGA, they blame MAGA. They said MAGA was going in hard about Lapita, and it's another black person. And they were saying that black people weren't in the Odyssey. And then I saw another podcaster, and I haven't seen it. He said, well, the Odyssey is not real. He said, I can't believe they're saying this stuff. The Odyssey is not real.
It's not. It's a fictional story. Like the whole.
And then they say, well, it's not real. The guy was it was a dream, right? It wasn't a real thing, or was it a real thing?
No, it's a mythological story, like based on history. Like the idea is like it's supposed to tell a story based on historical events, but most of it is mythological. It's like it's mostly meant to tell a theme. So the people complaining about Lupita Nyong'o being black, like my thing is like she's not described in the original text of how she looks, so you don't know if she was fair skinned, white, or either beige, or let's just say olive skin. You don't even know that. You only know that she's Greek.
Hold up, was she the Queen of Sheba?
Queen of Sheba, I don't know, but all I know is that the original text is that
Queen of Sheba. That's a black character. At least that's in the Bible.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that. All I know is that in the original text, her appearance is not really described. Like they say that she was beautiful, but they don't really describe much else but beyond that. So like realistically, you just don't really know how you don't really know how Helena Troy actually looks.
Okay, Helena Troy. Okay.
Yeah, like people they did this. I mean, most of them are racist. Like okay, the overwhelming majority of them are racist, and then like the other like 10 to 20% are people that are just repeating nonsense that everybody else is saying. Like the grifters are saying, like, oh, this representation is bad, something like that. And mind you, funny enough, these same people were saying that they should have cast Sydney Sweeney. I don't know if you know who that is, as Helena Troy, which is funny because Sydney Sweeney is not a Greek, doesn't even look Greek by any stretch of means. Blonde hair,
blue eyes,
and blue eyes. Like this character looks nothing Greek, but you're willing to take the whitest of the is like actor out there just to replace Lupita Nyong'o, but Lupita Nyong'o is a capital offense. Like I'm just done with the bull. Yeah, like it's just grifters on grifters on grifters.
Hey, Platt.
You know, Lupita is a proud Mexican woman. You know that, right?
Who?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that really changed anything.
Well, I mean, she don't really. The black side of her ain't no big deal. She's a Mexican.
I mean, that wouldn't really change what the audience feels, or at least the people who hate it.
It changes my opinion. I don't have no time for foolishness, bro.
Hey, I can't lie. I don't want to see Chloe Bailey as Storm because every time she sings, she sound like she moaning, and I just don't want my Storm to be sounding like every time she
But she's
talking.
not going to sing,
She said
She's
she
George.
not gonna
trying to
be
set.
singing a storm.
She
No.
better not sing.
When she be talking, she be trying to do the extra. You know how some women be trying so hard to be sounding sexy and all. I don't want my
Well,
Storm
I
to
don't think
sound
she's
like
trying
that.
very hard, George. I think it's just natural for her.
Nah, Platt. She be doing the most. Because when
She's
I heard
a
her when
nice,
she talk on regular,
she's a beautiful young lady, bro, living her life. Joy,
I
you fighting?
don't want to hear
No,
that
Joy,
shit.
you're fighting it. No, you fighting it.
All right.
You saying she be trying to act? She's sexy to you, brother. Don't fight it. Don't fight it. Just
I
say
would
I'll
fuck
say
take
it.
it
for
down, but I don't want my Storm to be in a role trying to sound like she in a porn movie or something. Like, no, I want you to act.
Sound better than
I want
that,
you to
Joy.
act good. That's it. That's all I'm asking for, Pat. Good
But she
acting.
sound better than that, Joy. You're going too far now.
She
I would
always
say
moaning and groaning and stuff, and like I don't want none of that.
Whoever I believe the director would put the kibosh on that. In all honesty,
I hope
because
so, TD. ATD,
yeah,
I
because
hope.
that's not even Storm's character. So no.
She has a sexy voice, man. I mean,
I would say
hey,
more than anything
hey, if whoever they cast, if she sing, if she don't sound right, I'm walking out. It's gonna be the first time I ever walked out of
That's
the
what
movie.
I'm
I'm
saying.
walking out.
if
That's
Ryan,
what I'm saying, bro.
If Ryan Coogler let us sing, I'm walking out.
if Ryan Coogler picks, if he don't pick an American black actress, I'm not dealing with him no more. I'm done with him.
he'll still make money, Platt, so it's not really that big of a deal. So,
Yeah, but that's not the point. The brother saying he's not rocking with her no more. I understand that. You stand on your principles, man. I respect it.
yeah, I get it. I don't think most people, even like the hardcore movie fans, would even care that much. As long as like she plays the role right and she does it to like the best of her ability, it's all good. Like if anything, if I'm making a movie about Storm, I would kind of want her to look the part. If anything, I would want my Storm to look at like kind of intimidating a little bit, like the whole people forget she's actually kind of like a goddess. So the idea that she would live among
she is an Omega level mutant. She could end the
she would
world
be
if she wanted to. So
Yeah, she would
you
be-
got
yeah.
it's
Hold on,
gravitas to this character.
and she's the help with the Avengers. And she's that powerful, but she's the help with them.
I mean,
Yeah,
they're gonna have bigger
and they
threats
don't
by
want to
that
make.
point.
Then hold up, they don't want to make her. That's what I'm saying. Because she look, let's be for real. They did it with Rogue though. They showed the world how powerful Rogue was. They didn't want to show. I mean, was it Rogue or was Phoenix? Phoenix, my fault. Phoenix.
Yeah,
I mean, well, Phoenix is powerful though.
No.
Phoenix
Talking about
What's the
Jean
one?
Grey.
What's the one?
Yeah, Jean Grey.
Yeah,
Jean
Jean
Grey.
Grey. Jean Grey.
Yeah.
Jean Grey is very powerful, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and they showed.
she's
That's
the
what I'm
most
saying.
powerful mutant in X-Men, arguably.
That's where. That's the one when he was.
no more.
Hold up, wasn't that the one when Xavier told him? He said, "I've been having checks on you. Let them go. I'm taking them off."
Oh
I
yeah,
don't know.
yeah.
And
That's on Phoenix. Yeah,
he turned to loose.
yeah. It was.
Oh
it
yeah,
was,
you talking
it was
about
bad.
you talking about the limiters? Yeah, the limiters on the powers. Yeah,
Yeah, it was bad for everybody.
yeah. Like Jean Grey is like arguably like 3 times the strongest Storm, and that's saying a lot. So like I don't think
know.
it's
I
really
don't know
that
if
much.
that's true anymore.
I mean, it might be some new canon that like might like disenfranchise that, but for most of comics I've seen, like Jean Grey is easily like either top 3 or not 2 or something like that. Like it's ridiculous. Like she's like once the Phoenix Force takes over, she's just damn near unbeatable.
And you know what's really wild about the whole Phoenix story is that
What?
at the core of that story when they made it, it was essentially they wanted to. I got to word it right because we're on the air, but they essentially wanted to do a good girl turns bad type of story because there's a part in the Phoenix story where she takes over the X-Men and she genuinely puts Storm in an outfit that looks like almost like some type of slave type of gear
That's wild. I
to
didn't
just
even know that.
show how bad Jean had went. Yes, like Yeah,
one.
that's just how crazy it is. Like when you get to the core of some of these stories, it's
I
like,
got
what?
I got to look into that. Yeah,
Yeah, look that up.
It
That's
was
why.
really good.
That's
because they was
wild.
best friends.
Yeah,
Gene and
it
Yeah,
was
Storm.
so good
It
because
was
like X
yeah,
Men in a nutshell is like based on characters trying to give representation, or at least like let's just say an allegory to minority races. So the idea that they would do that just seems kind of wild. But
yeah.
but yeah, like
Cause,
maybe
cause, cause they wanted to get rid of Gene. That's really why they wanted to get rid of the character. Like the guy that came on, Claremont came on to write the stories, and
Mhm.
they weren't really having Gene do anything, and he felt like she was just really taking up space. Plus, they had brought in the new set of mutants. A lot of people don't realize Storm is not in the original lineup. She's with the second group of mutants that come in. So it's Storm, Colossus, Wolverine, like some of the more popular ones. They came in the second run of the X-Men.
Mhm.
They felt like Jean was just taking up space, and so they wrote the Phoenix story to just like basically make her go bad, so that they could write her out, so that they could X her out. Excuse the pun.
Right. X her out, pun intended. But
we
like
we
I
we
think
we never
I
gonna
mean
get the perfect actor for each role. That's
yeah.
even the most odd actor might be one of the best act like Toby as Spider-Man. I remember back in the day, people did not like it. They was
Yeah.
angry that he wound up being one of the best Spider-Man. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And my thing is like, I don't care about where they from. Even if okay, I see Platt was making that joke was like, all right, Iron Man gonna be a Mexican or something. Even if he is,
Yeah,
if
like if
he's
he's a good
great,
actor, I still wouldn't care.
I'm watching it. And we
Yeah, if he's
got
a good actor.
Okay.
we,
Yeah.
we got which one playing is Doctor Doom. Doctor Doom supposed to be a Russian, if not Russian.
He's Romani. He's Romani.
yeah,
But he
Romanian. Yeah,
Romanian.
yeah.
And he's playing.
Yeah, but see, Joy, y'all taking if Dr. Doom, y'all taking it to if it's got to be Romanian guy, I mean, you can though. No, I didn't.
Well,
I didn't
here's the thing. Like
well, hold on,
Romani
hold
is
on. How about we make them Chinese then? No, what I'm saying is if we don't care, let's make them Chinese. Why not? And
so
that
look,
sounds absurd, but I'm just saying if we saying it don't matter, why should it matter?
okay. So like, are you talking about just from our perspective or just a general perspective?
No, I'm saying if you are a director, casting director, and you have a belief that it don't really matter who plays these characters,
Okay.
okay, well then make them Chinese.
I would. Like, and here's the thing. I'm fully aware, and I know a lot of people don't agree with me this, but I've said this multiple times. Let's just say I was making a Superman movie. I'd argue that black people have more of a privilege than other races if we were to like actually switch it out. Because I'm almost certain if I made a black Superman movie, there'll be a lot of people that'd be upset about it, but they'll still go to see it. Now, if I made a Superman movie where he's Asian, they'll probably be like, "Wait, okay, that's a bridge too far." Now, I don't know why that is. Maybe I'm assuming that most people expect the default of race swapping to be either black or white. But I almost certainly know that for some people that's usually like if I were to let's just say let's just say like when I say Asian I don't just mean like East Asian, like maybe I want like a West. Okay, let me rephrase that. I don't just mean Western Asian. What if I want to draft like an East Asian actor, maybe an Indian actor? A lot of people would probably be upset about that because
Okay,
they don't get the same
right.
parameters as every other.
Let's make them Indian. You right. Let's make Superman Indian.
Yeah. I mean, I would do it if you can act good enough. I don't care. Like,
but we got Robert Downey. He's playing the role, right? He's gonna play the role of Dr. Doom. Robert Downey, he got range. He's the only white man I know that played in blackface and got away with it.
I mean, still getting away with it.
Nobody ever
but here's the thing. The movie
and got upset. No, go ahead. What you about to say, guy?
The entirety of him doing
black
was
a funny
joke.
pop politics.
Yeah, it was a joke. It was him basically doing like an amalgamation of people that think they're like high key method actors, that they're just actually doing stuff that are just like borderline offensive.
No,
like
but I understand. Yeah.
And you know what? And the truth is this. No. Emma says a black Superman would not sell overseas. Emma, I don't know.
Will Smith was a black Superman.
Emma, well, no, Was that the movie Black Superman?
No,
No, it was
Hancock.
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 What's his name?
A black Superman would not sell in America. And
would
I'm not
sell in
gonna say
America.
no,
More
it wouldn't
likely it
sell.
would.
And black people wouldn't buy into it.
Hey,
Yeah, they
Joey.
never would. Are you joking?
Yo,
Hey, Joey.
You're
They
joking.
even
wouldn't go
tried.
see that. They wouldn't go see
Hey,
it.
Hey,
They
Joey.
most
They even
definitely
tried
would
to
go
get
see
Will
that.
Smith to do Superman and Superman Returns. Little known fact.
Yeah, and
I
he
heard.
turned it down. Will Smith
Yeah,
is like
turned it
one of the
down.
biggest.
I'm
idiots
glad
in
he
Hollywood.
did. I'm
He
glad he
won.
did.
But why though?
Don't do it. That's career. Don't do it, baby. Don't do it.
Yeah,
Just
some movies
let
can
it
be
go.
career enders.
Let it go. Don't do that.
Listen, I have a lot of gripes with Will Smith as like the type of person like I'm not even doing the whole
Hold on,
personal
guys. You
thing.
better slow up. Slow up.
What you
You
mean?
better not be going at him. Come on, man.
No,
Don't go at Will.
listen. Hear me out. I don't tend to like delve into people's personal lives, so that's not where I'm going. I have a lot of problems with the way he takes roles, but I've almost never had a problem with him as an actor. You could argue that there's some roles he's miscast in, but for the most part, Will Smith can act his behind off. Even Superman Returns in that movie had a lot of problems. I think he would have did fine. It's just that he just simply turned it down. That's just his prerogative. That's what he wanted to do.
Yeah.
Oh, it wouldn't have sold though.
It wouldn't have sold.
That's too
Oh,
much
yeah,
of
no.
a departure from tradition. And
They
then you know,
wouldn't care.
I'm just okay, I mean, you got to make it first. I think that especially in this age, you're talking about now, with the Trump and woke, there's no way they're gonna push that one off.
It's more than
There's
likely
no
what's gonna
way
happen.
in hell you're gonna make a black Superman in this current climate we're in.
They gonna
This is
tear it
probably the
down
best
before
climate
you
you
even
should.
get.
This is probably the best climate you should make it in. Just
Before the trailer go
They
up, they gonna
claim
tear
now
it
this
down.
shit was
Hear me out.
woke. They claim it was woke. They claim that was woke. That's what
Honestly,
they started screaming.
Okay, let's put it this way. I'd argue this is actually the best climate to make a black Superman. You want to know? Like I'm gonna address Joey, right? So look, Joey,
What's up?
almost.
Bruh. Look,
Address
I
everybody.
You
You gotta address
got
everybody,
a super
guys.
chat up here. I got a super chat up here. Right here. Father Nasil, I appreciate it, brother. $5 holler. The actress Suzy Bemba, best role was in the movie Poor Things. She was a pro that gave the main character another woman some sloppy.
I got
It's a movie,
That's the
man.
movie.
I don't know.
I don't see what that really have to do with the film that you're doing right now. I mean, Heath Ledger was the Joker. I mean, didn't he play in Brokeback Mountain? Like, what does that have to do with anything?
Yeah.
Well,
Like,
that's acting, so we don't care about that anyhow.
I mean, the Joker's been implied to be kind of.
I mean,
been
regardless,
in different comics. So that's all I can say.
People go to the movies to learn about Joker's sexuality? That's not what they're there for.
No, I'm just saying.
That stuff, the dude that's in Blade, the new guy, he's got a film that's got stuff like that in it. So I mean, but they are acting, and also don't nobody know. You don't know these people. I don't know these people.
Exactly.
You only know what they present to the world. So
Yeah, like my thing is,
It's
I
called
think
acting for a reason.
it's
Like
acting, like legit. Like I think this would be the best climate to make a black Superman film. Now, okay, the only caveat being that obviously the climate we're in right now, the reality we live in right now is that there's an actual Superman movie that was just made, and they're making a new DC universe with James Gunn at the helm. So that wouldn't really make a whole lot of sense. But let's just pretend. Let's just pretend for the sake of this argument that it's literally the year 2026. James Gunn did not have the helm of DC, and they was not making a Superman. They had not made a Superman film yet. I'd argue with the right promotional material and the right marketing material, it would actually do really good because of the simple fact that there's going to be a whole bunch of racist people to talk about the film. They're going to inadvertently big the film up to an absurd degree. Now, granted, there are some.
You're right about that. No, you're right about that.
You know what?
Hold up. You have whole conservative media would have a fit if they have pulled out a black guy and said this is now maybe somebody like a Rock could probably pull it off, but just a random black guy and say he's the new Superman. With Lois and whatever city's in Metropolis.
Oh, Metropolis, yeah.
Yeah, and all of that, and Kale, and he's what from his planet, whatever that
from
planet.
Krypton and all that. Yeah.
All of that. They said they scream about that, man. I'm just saying, you got to live in a dream world.
I would slide it in on them though.
But I don't think I just don't think that would work. I just don't think that
if I was in charge, I'd slide it in. I wouldn't bring him in his own movie at first. I'd do a Batman movie and bring him in a Batman movie and then spin him into his own.
They'd rather see General Dog. They'd rather see you drag him from the grave and put him.
No, but I'm just saying that's what I would do. I wouldn't come out with a Black Superman movie and that'd be the first introduced to that version of him. I would do a Batman movie and then I would bring that version of Superman into that movie at some point. I'd slide that in there on him.
You underestimating us though, man. I disagree. I mean, I don't speak for everybody, but I like Batman the way he is. I like Superman the way he is. I like Spider-Man the way he is. I like Daredevil the way he is. When you say we want to change him to black people, I just don't like him like that. I like him the way I remember him.
Reality-wise, like there's a lot of okay, let's put it this way. There's a lot of characters that we think we so-called remember, and their races have been changed multiple times. I'll give you a good one. The Dark Knight trilogy, right? Ra's al Ghul, if you watch the cartoons, if you read the comic books, is not white. He's Asian. He's Asian and like North African, right? Mm-hmm. But if you watch the movies, almost everybody thinks that's Liam Neeson. But of course, if you grew up with the movies, you assume that Ra's al Ghul is a white guy. He's not. If you grew up with the cartoons, he's obviously not white. Okay, let's just say like you don't really count that one. Okay, look at Bane. Is Bane white in most of his material? No. Like you can account maybe some of the games that he's white. But for most of the cartoons, he's Latino. But if you watch Dark Knight Rises, it's Tom Hardy. Like you're like, oh, okay, well, this is the Bane. Like it happens.
The movies are more clear with two things. They keep the characters white or whatever, and they take the black characters, if they are any, and they tone them way down.
Yeah. Usually whitewashing is a lot more acceptable to most audiences.
And that's one of the reasons that they don't want to piss off their audiences. And they do all these testing, and the tests don't want to see strong black characters.
I don't think that's what it is. I think literally directors are like, hey, if you played in movies before and I like you, I'm going to cash in the role.
What about Black Panther? That movie?
Man, Black Panther ain't nowhere near what he's supposed to be.
What do you mean? As far as what?
He's a side character.
You talking about power-wise? He wasn't what he's supposed to be?
Joy, and I can't say I read a lot of Black Panther, but I read some of his comic books, and Joy, he's an extremely powerful character. Now, in my opinion, they kept him separate. And I see what he did. He said, we'll make this guy a badass, but we don't have to deal with the fan outrage that he can beat these characters that we got. I think the Hulk came through Wakanda's, or he came through and Black Panther ran him out of there.
Yeah.
But even then, realistically, like being realistic, he's not even the fourth strongest of that group.
But it wasn't about his physical strength. It was because he had so many resources and his intelligence, his prowess. Like that's the whole thing. Like when you're dealing with it's the Batman gambit. When you're dealing with a universe of superpowered beings, being able to outmuscle them is not really how you beat them. You got to outthink them. That's what Black Panther specializes in. The thing is, they made when Platt says like how they toned him down for his own movie. Yeah, because when you watch Black Panther in Civil War, he's taking no prisoners in Civil War. He was hell.
Yeah, he was definitely hell. Yeah,
they toned him down. What did he tell Captain America when he said that? So I tell you, Captain, as king and warrior, how long do you think you can keep your friends safe from me? He was serious.
Yeah, he was on the
that vibranium absorbs. So when you punch him, like a hit from Hulk, like vibranium absorbs. So Hulk can't do nothing with him.
Man, Hulk, all that stuff it absorbs and then redirects. So basically, Hulk would be hitting himself.
Mm.
The thing about it, they were always going to have to tone them down because Marvel is just more PG-13 than anything. They're never going to go full
I mean,
blown like
you know what,
Warcraft.
Garris?
Oh God, he doesn't approve.
Yeah, PG-13. Yes, they tone him down because he's a black character. They don't want him. They would get a lot of flack from their white audience. They want to go to when you say why there's no black James Bond. They try. Remember now, Idris turned it down or whatever. Now they tried to put a black woman in there. That's the worst. They went through there and said they ain't make nothing off that movie, and they're gonna bring that dude back from the dead.
No, that's not what happened.
No, they're gonna bring him back.
I know exactly what happened. I know exactly what happened, right? What happened was there was rumors around surrounding Idris Elba being James Bond. He turned it down. And then when they were announcing they were going to have a black female James Bond, every single grifter and their mama took that and ran with it. And they thought they was replacing James Bond, but she was only supposed to be 007, as in James Bond was retired in the movie. So they took that and they ran with it because she's supposed to be 007 after he retired. But that's not necessarily meaning that they were trying to just make a whole set of films with her in it. She was just 007 because it's literally a title.
Yeah, because it's the code name 007. But the actual character, but James Bond is the actual character, right? And they thought they was like making a female James Bond. Is like no, they were going to give a female 007, but James Bond as James Bond was still going to be James Bond. Yeah, I remember that.
You can't really make a black James Bond because of the audience. You got a fan base. They don't want to see that. And you say, well, black people will step in. No, they won't. You know what? You underestimate black people in the sense they want to see a black James. They don't want to see no black James Bond. They like the British James Bond.
I don't think. I mean, I'd argue that
Superman. They like white. They like a white Superman. They don't want to see a black.
Okay, so I used to work at a movie theater, guys. Okay, so if there's black movies getting big enough to an absurd degree, I think I would know something about it. I don't know if you ever heard of Medea's Funeral, right? That movie was terrible. Terrible.
I don't even know why this guy.
Medea's Funeral.
That movie was terrible. Mm-hmm. Now you could argue that Tyler Perry has gained an audience over here. People just want to come see Tyler Perry.
It's a one-man show. It's like a stand-up. It's just like a one-man comedy show. And yeah, it is. And he's making a lot of money.
Right, but the idea that black people wouldn't go to see it is kind of ridiculous because they do support like there's so many black movies like
but no black person was running out to see the Captain America with the Falcon playing as Captain America. Like nobody.
That movie lost money. I think it lost.
That movie. No, the problem with the problem with that movie.
I went and saw it. I enjoyed it.
No. The problem with that movie is that obviously the MCU was on a downturn, and they was doing because the movies had such a bad track record with a lot of the other movies that they were making, that people only stuck to the films that they almost certainly knew were always slam dunks, which is usually Spider-Man films and Avengers films. The only exception to that rule, like slight exception, is Thunderbolts.
So you on some nerd shit. I don't watch Thunderbolts.
You nigga, why are you talking about Marvel movies?
I've seen Thunderbolts. I can't lie.
Imagine a nigga saying,
don't nobody watch shit like that. This nigga up here talking about Thunderbolts.
Hey, Platt, ease up on us nerds, man. Come on, man.
No, but
it's all love, baby.
It's all love, baby.
It's all love, baby.
He's the type of dude who reads the Venom comic books.
You the type of dude to say you the type of dude, Platt.
Y'all wild.
He reads the Venom comic books. Like, bro, come on. Venom has a series. You don't keep up with Venom?
Wait a minute. How do you know?
I feel personally attacked, but continue.
It's on the shelf with the other comic books.
You right.
He gave him his own comic book. I mean, I get it. He's something outer space thing, but I don't want to see him singly. I want to see him on his own.
Are you done?
But I was a big no. You know what? You know what that means.
My son, what is this
You're
nerd
about
shit?
to
And
be
then we
done. You're
literally
about
talk
to be
about criminal
done.
with him.
You're about to be done.
Yeah, I know. We noticed.
You're about to. That's my. Am I done? You going crazy, ain't it, brother? I'm a big Daredevil fan, though. That's what I. That's like my favorite one out of all of them. Daredevil.
The man with no fear.
Yeah, just the way he was written. He was a lawyer. He was blind, and Hell's Kitchen, and just like with every now and then the Wolverine they would come through, and obviously it's his comic. So because it's his comic, he would beat them.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't mean necessarily he would get them to quit fighting. How about that? Like they would go on. Like Hulk would finally just leave. It wasn't so much he knocked Hulk out.
He would hold. He could hold his own though. He could hold his own.
Yeah, he
like,
didn't lose. Yeah, did he finally?
A lot of those cats he fought with, they respect him. Wolverine respects Daredevil. Spider-Man respects Daredevil. A lot of them respect
it. Seems like you know a lot about nerd stuff.
They fought a lot. Daredevil and Spider-Man. Mm-hmm. They fought a lot.
Anyway, I think the whole ordeal with the whole Marvel, like getting like the characters, I think legit if they had like a black Superman, people would tune in to see it. Especially if they haven't seen a Superman in a while. Like they most definitely would tune in to see it. Like you could argue that it wouldn't make as much, it wouldn't make billions of dollars. Like obviously that's ridiculous. No Superman movie has made $1 billion to my recollection. But
Superman's just not $1 billion draw. Unfortunately,
yeah, like you have to be Batman or Spider-Man or Avengers. Like 9 times out of 10, if you know $1 billion, you have to be either like those two, or you'd have to be like a team up movie.
Like what did somebody say? You got comic book movies, and then you got Spider-Man, and it's just
exactly.
Spider-Man just gonna clean house every time. It's just how it works.
They know how to. People can identify with it, and they know how to develop the character. And people you can watch Spider-Man and say, I could get bit by a spider, so you can put yourself in that role. When you say Superman and going to space and flying, people they lose it with identifying with him. They know what he is, they know the character, but it's not the same thing when you deal with just like the Batman. People are more into a Batman.
Yeah, rich guy with all the gadgets and can train himself to fight. Yeah,
it's all about promotion, like how you promote the film. If the film is heavily promoted, heavily marketed, like then people will tune in to see it. Like every time you turn on your phone, you see an ad and it's a Superman ad and it's a black Superman ad, they're gonna tune in to see it. Like regardless of the fact, it's all marketing. Like
they should make one. I hope they make one.
Yeah, I hope so too. But unfortunately, we're probably not going to see that for a very long time because DCU. Yeah, it's a thing now, so we're not going to see that for a very long time. Like, if anything, it might happen in the cartoon.
At the rate they going, we not going. At the rate they going, we probably ain't going to see but one more Superman, and then we're going to be down for the count again at this rate. Because good Lord, James Gunn, you disappointing me.
Well, you didn't like Superman?
I love Superman. It's just
I'm talking about the movie.
Yeah, I really the one that he did that last year, 2025 Superman, that was great. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, so I thought it was great. I think we're gonna get a decent amount more Superman material.
It's just everything else, unfortunately, is not working. And I'm like, ugh.
Did you see Kenobi? Did you see?
Kenobi? I didn't see Kenobi.
It's on Disney Plus or whatever. Anyhow, and it's probably on one of the, you probably could find it on one of the dish channels or whatever, or DirecTV. But anyhow, in Kenobi, they go back around Darth Vader is in it a lot. And in Kenobi, they're looking for Jedis. Well, let me just jump to the point. There's a black woman in it. Now, it was directed by a black woman. But there's a black character in Kenobi, a black woman, and she is deadly. I mean, she's destroying them left and right. And Vader said, "I'm impressed by you," right? And they got so much backlash for that. I'm talking about Disney. People were saying, "I ain't watching this. What the hell is this?" They went crazy over that character.
I saw that part. I know what you're talking about with the black character, because
third,
when
sister.
because when she was fighting Vader, I saw that part and I was like, who is she? Because like, even though she had no chance at beating Vader, and that whole fight, like, he was playing with her, but you could just tell she was putting everything in. She was trying to end him. She just couldn't. He was just too powerful.
That's later. What I'm saying, if you watch it, her first 3-4 episodes, she's the most powerful one. And when Vader had heard about her, and then that woman had to dial her down because they got so much fan backlash because they were saying that who the hell did this woman make this character damn near more powerful than Vader? And it looked like she was going to have her defeat Vader, right? Because and they were saying that's when they started going into the woke talk. That's when they started saying, "Can you believe Star Wars has went woke?" And we have a character right now who they're going to make more powerful, and it was messed up. And then you saw the character get beat, and then I haven't seen that third sister. I haven't seen that chick anywhere.
My thing is usually like media discourse around films is always toxic now. So the reality was, like, if a character were to be black and like be as strong as Vader, like, obviously a whole bunch of internet is gonna have a problem with it. Obviously she's a woman, like a whole bunch of women get a whole bunch of flack for being powerful, especially if they're in a Star Wars film. Just look at Rey from the Force Awakens trilogy. And the fact that she's black on top of that, Star Wars not getting the place, it's always like, it's adding more fuel to the fire. So if they're going to do that, the only way you could ever just circumvent it is if, like, one, our media discourse just changes tremendously, which probably not going to happen overnight, or two, they just have really, really good writing. Like, the only show I know that's been getting consistently good writing is what was the TV show that came out after Acolyte? Does anybody remember the Star Wars TV show?
Oh yeah, I don't. You like that?
Mandalorian?
I haven't watched it. No, not Mandalorian. The other one.
Acolyte was bruh.
No, the other one. Not the one that came out after Acolyte.
I don't know. My Disney. I gotta find my password. I haven't been on it. Acolyte was trash, though. I can't believe that. I couldn't. They had to, and you saw that they had the little young Jedi woman. She beat. I don't know if she played the same role, but Princess Leia was in there. I don't know if she wasn't Princess Leia. She was like a Jedi, and had her. She beat her and stuff. That movie. It's just all of this stuff. I know what they're trying. They're trying to reboot it, and they're saying we got to get rid of these old characters. But let me tell you something. That's the wrong series to try to get rid of old characters, because they have some diehard. You got people who sleep in stormtrooper outfits. They're retired. They walk around like Luke Skywalker. They walk around in the stuff. They love that stuff, and you can't change it.
I think realistically,
they read the novels. They read those novels, and they keep up with it. Now I don't do. That's what I'm saying. I don't. That's way out of.
Realistically, there are more elitist fans than others. Like, when it comes to certain fans, that they think it has to be one way and they can't ever stray from that. Realistically, writing is always going to beat whatever you have. So if you're going to make new characters, the writing just has to be on point. And they just haven't been able to. They haven't been able to ante up in the writing department. The new TV show I'm talking about is Andor, by the way. But like, you have to, like, literally measure up to the writing department, because like I remember, like, the black actors from Acolyte was getting a whole bunch of hate on social media. I think one of the actors, like you mentioned, Kenobi, like the guy who played Obi-Wan Kenobi, literally had to go out and like call people out.
Yeah, that was Kenobi. They had went off on Third Sister, whatever the name. Yeah. Because, like I said, it probably was a 9 series, and he was not really in it, and they was developing her character. And brother, they had a backlash about this black woman being bad like that, because she was beating all of the Inquisitor. She was beating all of those other people. She was using the Force.
How you know who the Inquisitor is? What?
No, I saw Kenobi, but then I saw him come on, and I saw him when he had to he did a live stream because he couldn't believe the backlash that he's like, you got to watch the whole series. But he said, what difference does it make? She's just a character. But because she was black, that Star Wars fan base turned on her. They turned on Star Wars. They said this shit is woke. They immediately said it's woke. And she was saying, no, it's the third episode of a 9-part series. What are you talking about? She's woke. It's in a long time ago in a place from a long away, far away, a long time ago. So how is it woke? And yeah, it's a race thing. And they had to get rid of the character to appease the base, the racist base.
And I think realistically, the only way you can beat that, because Odyssey literally had like tremendous backlash from all corners of the internet, and it still made money. The only way you can really beat it is if you have crazy good marketing and you have really good writing. If you don't have those, then your movie might suffer, because if the movie is bad, then the grifters will just double down. And even if your movie is good, it still needs marketing. So it could be a good movie and just not get any marketing. Like Supergirl, I heard that movie wasn't bad. I just heard it was very average, and it still didn't make a lot of money. So it's just what it is.
The Odyssey is something that people remember from college, and it's going to attract a certain group, like a more of an intellectual group that's not going to be focused on something like Lupita in the movie for 2 seconds. They're going to go and see the movie, and there's other things about the movie that they're concerned with, how the character it does something doing a part, because they remember they remember going over it in college, right?
Yeah.
The people who look at Star Wars, they're not really college people. They're Joe Sixpack, and they want Han Solo to be Han Solo. They don't want him to be. They don't want nothing to change. They want everything to stay the same, and that's why a lot of those directors say we got to change this. Okay, great. Now we got to change this with new characters. That's when they have a fit. That's when they say you woke, and they say we got to get these. And Disney's been losing a lot of money because of that.
I'd argue that if your writing is good, then it really wouldn't matter. If you consistently put out good material and you're actually like marketing it to a certain degree, then it's not really going to matter. The backlash is going to be there. What you hope happens is that it's. I don't know if you ever heard of it. I mean, obviously you haven't heard of it. There's a game called Baldur's Gate, right? And most of the people who made it, there's a whole bunch of like LGBTQ representation in that game, and that game got a whole bunch of like buzz, right? That game sold out the wazoo, and it's a really good game. So the alternative is that like when the game comes out, you hope that the people who actually seen it and played it can call out the people and be like, "Yo, you're not like attacking this from a fair point of view. You're just hating on the game because you just don't like LGBTQ representation."
I got you. Look, that's fine. That's fine if that's what people want to look at. That's fine. But me, or whatever, most fans, if you talk about a Star Wars, I don't want to see that. That's not in Star Wars. It wasn't in the originals. And then again, Star Wars is not even about that. It's not even about that. Other than the dude, Luke, the man who raised Luke had a father, Princess Leia and Han Solo have a relationship, and that's his sister. It's not about that. There's no reason to get into the sexual side. It's no reason to do it. Because it's never been about that. So no. When you get a director or you get Disney and they want to infuse gay stuff in it, I can see what the fans complain, because it's not about that. That is not about that. And they're exactly right. If you want to have something, go and create your own thing.
I mean, I wouldn't agree with that at all. That just doesn't really make a lot of sense. The idea that Star Wars, in a nutshell, I mean, obviously most material itself is not, directly trying to point to like minorities or LGBTQ, something like that. If they're introducing that can just be like the person's character, right? Or the way they embody a character. That doesn't necessarily mean that because it didn't exist in the universe before that it shouldn't exist at all. That's just kind of ridiculous. I mean, even in some of the expanded lore, that's
I
actually
disagree with that one, brother.
Yeah,
I
like
don't see why that should be in something like Star Wars. Star Wars is about Star Wars. There's plenty of things they can use to get more interest into the film. Plenty of things.
Regardless,
Also, they
it's
have a
such a small
very
part.
strong Star Wars also has an extremely strong youth following because a lot of people take their kids there and kids get introduced to it. So that's what I'm saying. People are really funny about that. They want it to stay the way it is.
Yeah, but even then, you could argue that a lot of kid stuff still kind of have like,
I'm talking
that.
about Star Wars.
It's
I'm
the
not talking
kids.
about what the other stuff. They can't control the other stuff. I'm talking about Star Wars. People don't want that stuff in there. I don't see why it should be in there.
Regardless, you just said it's something that's going to represent to the kids. So the only way you can compare it is if you compare it to other stuff that represents the kids, like Marvel films or whatever the case. Like, just as an example, like that's still regardless, it still happens. Not all of Star Wars is tailored towards just the teenage and the younger audience. It's tailored. It's an old
I know
franchise.
not all of it, but they do target the kids a lot.
Yeah, they're just trying to get the most money as much as possible. But realistically, I
Okay.
don't think it.
I got you.
Yeah. Like I'm not doing the whole like kids should be like we watching that material, but legit, I think like 9 times out of 10, like it's like if somebody has something to say, they're gonna like likely put it in there, and you probably just won't notice it. It'll still make money regardless. Because certain people just like certain franchises. It's not really going to matter at that end of the day.
Well, anyhow, man, they've been losing money, so maybe they need some new directors or whatever. And Disney's got plenty of it. And I didn't the Acolyte. I don't know what that was.
I heard it wasn't good. I didn't watch it.
But yeah, so. you can skim through. You can go over to Disney Plus, call it up, and go halfway into the broadcast. Listen for 5. And you can keep up with it. You can keep up, know what it is, and you say, okay, on this one, okay, Vader's in this one, or this person, whatever the guy. I don't know. They had somebody in there, and then they canceled it. They canceled. The Next Generation just did Starfleet. Was it Starfleet? And that got canceled. And what did they have in it? So that's what I'm saying. That's fine.
Oh, Starfleet Academy. Yeah. They killed that after 2. They gave it 2 seasons and murdered that, unfortunately.
Yeah, I don't think that. I think it did 1 season.
No, they made it to they filmed 2 seasons, but it stops after that.
Yeah, I never saw them introduce the second season. They put the second season out.
It's supposed to start streaming soon, but yeah, they got approved for 2 seasons. But after that first season just didn't deliver, they canned it.
They had a gay Jimmy.
They had a gay Klingon.
Yeah, gay Klingon. Well, they did have a gay Klingon, but
we was like, what?
No, it was a gay Jimidar. Klingon. It was a gay Jimidar Klingon mix, but the Jim'Hadar don't mate. And they said that she was made into in a laboratory. So they just pissed the fans off, man. The fans just said they don't want to see it.
The reality is if your content is good enough, like you have good enough writing, it's not really going to matter. Like I play. You play Last of Us, brother.
The fans didn't want to see it, brother.
I heard what you said.
No, it wasn't about how good it was written. The characters were developed in a way where the fans said they don't want to see that.
I heard what you said.
And even hold up. Even the Jim'Hadar, right? Even the Jim'Hadar, they don't mate. They don't mate. So they changed that she was made in the laboratory. And that's when the fans were saying, well, what is going on? Let her just be a Jim'Hadar. Let him just be a Klingon. And they killed it. I didn't see, you said it ended. They just stopped it 1 week. I think they still had episodes. You said they did a whole second season. They haven't put that up. They lost money on that, bro. They lost a lot of money on that.
Hey, brother, do you play Last of Us?
I have not. I do not play Last of Us. I watch other people play it, but I do not play it.
Last of Us, the main character, the second game is gay, but they have a pretty strong fan base. Like I think usually if your writing's on point, like, and this is why I say that like the Marvel like executives, like the old man, like Taylor and all that. I think what they should really do is like legit just be like, we have a lot of money, so let's just use it. Let's just give a bunch of money to a guy who's like actually good at like picking some of the best writers, and then we'll have him helm like the Star Wars shows and like that. And like let's just like try to stop doing let's cut everybody's checks, and let's like try to stop these studios from like actually being great.
But that if you're familiar with the Klingons, if you're familiar with the Star Trek universe, that won't work. If you're trying to put stuff in it that was never in it, and their fans get old, they know that their fans are older people. So their fans are going there with their children, and their fans are saying, "Wait a minute, what are you doing? A Jem'Hadar? Jem'Hadars don't mate. They're created in that.
They have to.
No, they have.
They have to.
They're like, no. So they tried to make. They changed it. They completely changed what a Jem'Hadar was.
No, I'm not talking. I'm not talking about that.
People didn't like that. They like, man, what is going on?
I'm not talking about that. What I'm saying is one of the problems that Star Wars and Star Trek are having is they've gotten away from what it was at its core element. Star Trek is essentially the Wild West in outer space. Star Wars is essentially swashbuckling in outer space.
Like Bebop in a way.
Yeah. So like they need to get back to the core of what it is and go from there. They're trying to, they try to turn it into what it's not. And that's where they keep falling off, because it's like, no, like it's not that complicated. If you're doing Star Trek, you're doing the Old West in outer space. That's the premise, and then go from there. And they're not doing it. They're trying to modernize it, make it even, make it more new and contemporary, which in some parts work. But like, what's the show, Strange New Worlds? It works because at its core, it's just the original Star Trek, just written for a different time, but at its core, it's a space western.
Right.
You're right, and you said that's the recipe. But a lot of the new directors, they want to put their own spin.
They want to put their name on it. Yeah.
Yeah, just like with the third sister character, which was a good character.
Yeah,
she was an excellent actress. But where she was doing that was in a universe where they have a very, very solid fan base. And then you brought up, she's a woman. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're not going to like that because she's, they want their women to be Princess Leia running behind the heroes. They don't want her with a lightsaber going after they don't like that. And we found out they didn't like that.
That's why I always say it always depends on how good the writing department actually is, right? Like I'm a huge fan of Quentin Tarantino, and he's been known for casting certain actors that didn't look as like prominent actors until he actually cast them. Like, how many people were banging down the door for Lucy Liu, but she was amazing in Kill Bill? In Elite Bill. So like the reality is like if you're writing
a young Lucy Liu.
Yeah, young Lucy.
Oh no, I had to disagree with you. I was banging down the door.
I'm saying
you could have put Lucy Liu in anything, baby. I was there.
No.
So Lucy Liu was on Ally McBeal. I was watching just for her.
Listen, I'm not saying that she's not attractive. I'm not saying that she can't act. I'm saying that she was not no world-renowned actor who you would hope to play a villain, especially the main villain of the movie.
I got you.
Yeah, like especially that role. Like, I don't think has Lucy Liu ever been a villain, like a big name villain like that? I don't think she's ever done that.
Yeah,
so
I don't know.
Yeah. So like realistically,
didn't Charlie's Angels, did some black actress come out and said she had the job and lost out to Lucy Liu? Something happened. She said she had it and she lost out to Lucy Liu. I saw it on her X.
I didn't know that. I'll have to look it up though.
It was a black actress, a very attractive black actress, who read for the part. It might have been Vivica Fox. They read for the part, and they got but something happened.
That's so weird because Vivica Fox is literally in Delete Bill.
Yeah, I'm saying it could have. It was one of them. That's what I'm saying. It was one of them.
Right. But yeah, like I mean, it could have been like they probably like
No, Charlie's like Thaddy Newman. There you go, Thaddy Newman, and that's when she
Oh,
was
okay.
at the prime. That's when she was at the prime.
You know what? She would have fit for that character that Lucy Liu played in Charlie's Angels. So I can see that. Okay.
I
And I
mean,
ain't gonna lie, boy. Lucy Liu was a bad piece, boy.
she's still a decent. She's still a
She's
decent.
very attractive. You know, she was in this new Devil's Wears Prada. You
Oh,
know,
was she? Okay.
she's okay. I mean, if that's what you're looking for. You're an older woman, but
You know, I don't mind older women. I just don't like going for them. They always on some bull crap. But like for me, but like I still support the idea that if your writing is good, then you can do representation the way you want. It's just that you just have to write it well. And a lot of like writers are just not all that good. I mean, I'm not saying like it's easy. Like writing for Star Wars is always going to be hard. You have to like take into account of the lore, the extended lore, and then the simple
Mhm.
fact that like there's like at least 9 or 10 different media properties that just contradict the other properties. It's always hard writing for Star Wars, but you know, that's just
if you're getting paid, if you're a director, it looks like she did with the Acolytes and with Kenobi, you don't introduce sexuality into those uh, movies. And you know why? You got a aging population. And you said we got a lot of 40, 50-year-olds. That type of stuff, they're not into that. And yeah, and they got their kids with them and they're going to see these movies and they just don't want to deal with that stuff. And I get it. You could say I get it. You know, we only had 25-year-olds, 25 to 30, then you probably could get away with that. Well, we're not going to do that, but they don't want to listen. So the fans have a fit, and then they have to cancel the season. Even though, like you said, they got a whole season of Starfleet Academy. They haven't even put that up. And you know you're losing money when you cut the thing off like that. They cut that off. The people did not want to see that, man. And then when you go to Deep Space Nine and you talk about the Jim Hadar, man, the Jim Hadar are fighters. The hell you doing making one of them gay? That's crazy, man. No, I'm just saying people who look at the series look at that and say, man, that's crazy what you just did. Why did you do that?
So I'm almost certain that Andor had a bunch of backlash like in its middle seasons because
I never watched Andor.
Yeah, like the whole point of the show.
Andor, hold on, somebody was in the chat saying they're nerds. Yeah, if you watch Andor, you're a nerd. That's nerd shit.
Yeah, okay.
Andor.
What's the problem? What's the problem with nerds?
I know you watched Andor, TD.
I didn't.
I haven't watched it, but what's the problem with nerds?
Andor, I think it got 2 seasons. I think it's 2 seasons of Andor out.
But
yeah, not my thing. People keep talking about Andor. Can't watch that. I can't watch it. It's unwatchable.
I like Star Wars is cool. I've always been a Star Trek guy. I'm a Trekkie, so I'm a Trek guy.
Yeah. So you know your differences. You know your Romulans and your Vulcans and
your Vulcans, your Romulans, your Klingons,
Bajorians and Cardassians.
Kardashians. Of course, the Borg. Everyone knows the Borg.
Ferengi's. You know all of your difference.
For somebody who used the nerd, like somebody says nerd a lot, he knows a lot about Star Trek and Star Wars.
I'm a big DS9.
I get it though, that shit.
No, I'm a big Deep Space Nine fan.
Yeah, Deep Space Nine was cool.
Yeah, and so I got that from them. I got the different species from them.
Uh-huh.
I wasn't even a Next Generation fan. In fact, I'm telling you, bro, I've watched 1 or 2 episodes, but the Next Generation, like binge watch, if I could do it, I never will. But I'm just saying, I could take the Next Generation and a whole weekend, go through them. But I don't want to do it, and I never would do it. But a lot of the stuff that actually leads to DS9 happened on the Next Generation.
On Next Generation. See, yeah. I'm a next. See, what do they call it? What is it? Like 6 degrees of separation. I got into Star Trek through 6 degrees of separation. I was a fan of something else that by accident kind of connected to Star Trek, and then because of what I was into beforehand, I went and looked at Star Trek, and then I just fell in with Star Trek, and then just ran with it from there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be honest. I grew up more with kind of a little bit Mass Effect. I'm gonna be honest. They made a Mass Effect show. They would kill all those shows out of the water. I mean, delete all those shows out of the water because Mass Effect was my jam. It was my space adventure. Like growing up, I don't know if you guys ever heard of that one, but Mass Effect was
You know what? I feel where you're coming from, but after what I seen, what they did with Halo, I don't know.
Yeah,
I
that
don't
TV show was
know.
terrible. Like that was.
Halo.
I'm
I
hoping.
don't
Like,
know.
realistically, I think if they made a Mass Effect show, I just wouldn't have a lot of faith because I don't know if they would get the right writers to like actually write it well. But Mass Effect, oh my goodness, if they actually got the right writers, oh my, we are talking about some potentially Game of Thrones level of like popularity if it like gets that
Game of
bit.
Thrones.
Maybe it
You
won't have
watch,
like the books.
you watch Game
Like
of Thrones, Garris?
yeah, you don't.
You keep up with it?
Not as much as I used to. I haven't finished House of Dragon season 3.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying nothing. You can if that's what you like. I don't know anything about it.
Mm.
It's like The Sopranos. I remember I watched Oz. I'm very familiar with Oz. And then they started out with, then they went to Sopranos. I never watched it. Yeah, just not my thing. I said, what the fuck?
I was kind of forced on Oz because my mom liked the show. She had like the whole DVD collection, but I hated the show because it was always some very disturbing scenes. But
Yeah, and then people talked about the conflict and the hypocrisy, how these Sopranos people were being beaten and robbed and all of this violence. Yet it was the #1 show. Yet the black show Oz, they cut that by 2 seasons, and people were complaining about all of the. It was a goddamn prison, and they were complaining about all the bad things going on Oz. And it's like with black people, it matters, but when it's non-black people, anything goes. Because I was like, what is
not necessarily true on some on a different.
That is true. No, Garris, that's true. Garris, there's not a dime's worth of difference between The Sopranos and Oz.
Okay, so
if you say I don't want my kid to watch Oz, you would say I don't want my kid to watch Sopranos.
Right. I mean, but regardless, okay. Most adults are watching those shows. That is not something meant for like little kids to watch, right? Either way. Now, if you're saying
your kids, you live together, your kid's probably watching it with you.
I'm just saying, like in general, like most, it's mostly tailored to an adult audience, right? So the realistic like thing of it all is that when it comes to Oz, Oz wasn't as well written as Sopranos. 2, you could argue that because of the characters, there's a lot more black characters. That's not going to get as much as a big audience because the mafia obviously is a more, what's the word? I'm not even doing the whole white versus black thing. The mafia itself is always going to be more lucrative as far as popularity when it comes to TV. Like most people like know about the
Goodfellas of the world. The whole point, though. The whole point is that if you're aggressive and you're thuggy, you can get away with it as long as you're not a black person doing it.
Well, that's not true.
Wait a minute, that is true.
Okay,
what are you saying? That's not true. Garris, Oz was about a prison, and it was not something that kids should look at. It was certainly not good programming, but it got a lot of flack. A lot of criticism. How can you
got a lot of criticism because it's a lot more extreme than those other shows? Do you know what happened in Oz?
Oh, this guy.
Dude.
Sopranos was way worse than Oz.
No, the hell it wasn't. Did you watch it? No. There's no way you just said that. Oz, almost every other episode, somebody was getting taken or burned by boiling water. It was pretty insane, dude. I'm saying taking if you know what I mean by taking.
No, I know that. No. When you look at Sopranos, Tony Soprano was doing all types of stuff to those people.
Yeah, but not like that. He wasn't doing that. Tony Soprano is a full-blown like psychopath, but he still wasn't doing that.
Okay, man, if that's what you believe, I thought it was very hypocritical. It just
Yeah,
was very.
Oz is a lot more extreme of a show. It deals with a lot of prison stuff that is like the worst parts of prison. Like people like blackmailing you, people getting out and calling up your girl like, hey, I got your girl, stuff like that. People like real deal beating you to death and beating you to unalive in prison. Like that's the like Oz was way more extreme. Like you could argue that even for HBO standards, Oz is like the Adult Swim version of like HBO because it was so extreme.
The Wire. He said The Wire was more scary to white people than The Sopranos.
Yeah, the Wire is a mostly black cast. I mean, the mostly black. Let's just
Yeah,
say
but guess what? If you go and look at The Wire, it's not the black people doing most of the violence. It's okay. No. I said that wrong.
that's actually the opposite. But
The Wire. No. In The Wire, that white police officer. I don't know his name. The Wire is about him. Way more about him.
you're talking about what's his name? Oh my goodness. Uh,
The main character is a white guy.
yeah, but it's not mostly about him. It's about everybody else.
No, man, because I've seen The Wire, and I'm telling you, I kept watching. I kept saying, "Damn, this white dude, he get to smash women. This white dude get to shoot. He get to fight." And I said, "Look at these Negroes. They never show these Negroes women. They never show these Negroes being. They would talk, but you never say. You would see them do stuff to each other." I said, "I don't like The Wire. I don't like The Wire.
You want to know how I know that's not true?
I don't like The Wire. I watched it one time, and I don't watch it.
You want to know how I know that's not true? Because literally, like I'm not even joking. This is what literally happened. The first season of Wire came out, and everybody loved it. They was anticipating season 2, and then like everybody loved it. So when you look at the ratings, like legit, look at the ratings. Season 2 came out. I'm going to spoil a little bit like what happens in season 2. In season 2, it's more about the main officer. I think his name is Crinchetti or something like that, or he has like an Italian. I can't remember what it was, right? It's more about him, and it's more about this family who live on the boating docks, and they're dealing with like these Greek like mafia lords and stuff like that. And for most people, that was like the lowest rated like season of The Wire, right? Because like a lot of people thought it was a little bit too slow, right? It was so lowly rated that I think when The Wire started airing on BET didn't even run season 2. They didn't even run it. So
I believe you. I believe they would. BT, yeah, I like that. They probably would even put that on.
They completely skipped it. Like so for like season 2, if you don't know what happened season 2, you just wasn't going to find out because they just didn't air it. So like the idea that like, oh, like and this is about white people too. Like most people consider most of the white audience consider the season 2 one of like their least favorite seasons. So like even then, if you look into that case, that's not really the case. Most people prefer to see the black characters because they just thought they were more interesting. Like they prefer Omar, they prefer Marlo, they prefer they prefer what's another one? I can't think of another one right now, but they prefer all the other black characters. They prefer what's his name? Like Snip or something like that. I forgot the name. I can't believe I'm forgetting this because I actually used to watch The Wire a lot.
I'm not a big fan of The Wire. I don't like Wire.
Or
hold up. I haven't seen Oz in, I don't know, years, 15, 16. I don't even know when it ran, but I never saw it. I saw it one time when it aired. I never saw it again, and you can get it on.
It was pretty bad. The extreme stuff.
And you can actually download it if you got whatever your torrents. But I don't want to see Oz. But to me, okay, just me. Maybe I was wrong. I just looked at it as America's so racist, man. I was like, so wait a minute, everybody like Oz? I mean, everybody like Sopranos, but y'all don't like Oz? I just didn't get it, man. I was like, well, wait, what's the difference? I said, they're doing the same thing. I said, so what's wrong with Oz? I said, so y'all don't like Oz? But they didn't like Oz. But when they did the Sopranos, they was winning awards. I said, what?
Yeah, the Wire was more black cast, and that won a ton of awards. Like if you look at IMDb right now, that's considered the highest rated show
I'm talking
ever.
about Oz.
No, well, I mean, yeah, but Oz is more extreme. I explained that. Oz is just more extreme.
I got you. I said Oz. You talking about The Wire. I said Oz.
I know, but you brought it up to say that America is racist, so
I
you would
said,
have to
oh,
use
for
it.
Oz. I based on OZ, Oz.
I heard you. I didn't miss that point.
So wait a minute, hold on. What, is America racist, Darius?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But
Okay.
like I was saying, like that had more nuance to do with like the way the show was set up more than anything, and the way and like the show is extreme. It's not because like oh it's just black characters. It's just like the show is extreme. Like I don't. There's a lot of black people that's not in Oz.
Okay. I got you.
But I know a whole bunch of they can quote some on the wire now. Snoop, I just saw the dude in the comments. Stringer Bell, Snoop, Marlo, Avon, you know all them dudes like Cuddy. Yeah,
Yeah,
like those are
I
men.
didn't like Snoop. I didn't like what's his name?
Stringer
Uh
Bell,
no, he was Idris was okay.
Chris,
I
somebody the
I
right
didn't
hand man.
I don't know
Yeah,
those
Chris.
names. There's a lot of them I didn't like. I just didn't like. I
Omar.
watched it because somebody told me to watch it, and it took me about a week. But I didn't like. I like the person I liked on the wire. I swear to God, was Bubbles. Whoever that
Oh yeah,
actor was.
yeah. Bubbles is awesome. Like
Yeah,
it's a
that was
shame
some good. You can say what you want about him. You can say it was a bit part, but that guy, whoever that guy, he's an actor. No, I had seen him in other stuff before.
he's
He
a good
acted his
actor.
ass off in the wire, bro.
You could argue that he's the only person you legit have hope for by the end of the show because almost everybody else get like the wrong end of the stick. So like yeah,
Bub,
like
Bubbles.
yeah, Bubbles the crackhead dude.
Bubbles.
Yeah, Bubbles was dope. It's just that it's a shame what happened to him, but you know.
And it scared me too because I expected not to like Bubs. But you're right, that was some good acting, man. And I just checked. They haven't released officially. It's supposed to be out today. I don't know what they're waiting on. But I know they better have Jayme Lawson as the new Storm or
She's
Chloe
more
Bailey
popular, but
or
they might
Chloe Bailey. Somebody say Cynthia Erivo. They better have Chloe Bailey or Jayme Lawson. This other stuff, look, that's cool, but you didn't get the part. You cool, ain't nothing wrong with you. You good.
if it ain't nothing wrong with it, why can't she get the part?
Because if somebody else got it.
Oh, I mean, you're saying on the occasion that they actually get it besides her?
I get that part to Jayme Lawson or Chloe Bailey. It would be
I
between
don't
those
see
two.
Chloe
It
Bailey
would
as
be
a
between those two. Period.
yeah. I don't see Chloe Bailey as Storm honestly, but I mean, we'll
Why?
see.
Why not?
I mean, for one, I don't really think she looks the part like Storm. Like Storm is like you know usually she's usually taller. She looks a little bit more intimidating. She looks more darker skin. Two, I don't know if I've seen her in movies. I don't know if I think her acting ability is up to par. Three, like I don't know if she can play like an intimidating part, like actually be like intimidating. Four, like I would probably say that like for me, like it would seem like a
I can
nepotism
see
in
the
her.
chat disagrees with you. The chat can see her as Storm.
They'll be all right. They can disagree with me. I can
No,
disagree with
no,
them.
no. The chat can see her as Storm. You talking? I mean, you not even make what you saying don't even make sense, man. You just
What
talking.
happened to respecting the people's opinion, Platt? So now all
No,
of a
no,
sudden,
no.
when
What
I
I'm
do it, it's a
saying, brother,
problem
you saying that you don't like Chloe Bailey to be Storm. She'd be the perfect Storm.
based on what?
Everything, them couple of sentences and stuff, they put her in the outfit. She does her Storm stuff. She's a part of the X-Men, and they go to the next one. She'd be great.
That's only if you know for a fact that they're not going to use it much, which you don't know.
They
So
could give
my
her
thing
her own
is,
film. They could give her her own film.
I mean, obviously, even if her role is small, you
Who
could
do you
argue
think they
that
like?
she's not.
Hold on. Who you think? What kind of woman you think they like in Africa? Let's be for real.
Uh,
Let's be serious for a moment.
you talking about to cast the role?
In Africa, if we was to go to Africa right now, me and you, what type of women, black women, do you think they like in Africa? Oh,
I don't
okay.
know what you mean. You're talking about how they look.
Of the three women you see posted, which ones you think African men prefer?
I don't know. I'm assuming maybe the one on the left.
No, they prefer Chloe. They prefer man. Man, I'm done. I quit.
I mean, if she's
I
American, like
quit.
you say she is, why
They
not just
prefer
cast?
that.
Okay, well,
African men prefer non-African women. Their preference is there. Now, can they get it? No.
I've
God
never
damn,
heard
I
this,
cannot
but
believe this guy, bro.
here's the thing. According to you, Platt, Storm is actually Black American because her father is. So if we're going by that logic, and obviously she's an American-based superhero because she's literally drawn and created by an American-based like comic book writer, then you would argue that the person you should go with is the person that appeals more to American black men, which is the one on the left. So I don't understand why you say that black men just wouldn't go for
Which
it.
one of these women would you prefer to date? Which one?
Probably the one on the left.
Chloe Bailey.
Yeah. No. The one on the left.
Now, see, that's what I mean. Now, you talk about people being honest and stuff. See, bro, you're not telling the truth.
I'm not telling the truth.
No, you're not. You're not telling it. You believe it. Nobody believes that. Nobody believes that.
You don't believe it, Platt.
Nobody in their right mind believes that.
Why don't you believe it?
Put a one in the chat. Put a one in the chat if you prefer Chloe Bailey over all these women on this that's posted.
Platt, that you was a fantastic troller,
No,
man.
you on some dark skin. You don't like dark skin. You up here lying like
I
you
do. I
No,
absolutely love dark
You
skin.
don't.
It depends on which ones we're talking about, because not all
You
are my
don't.
type.
You don't.
Especially this one. Are you crazy? I don't care if I'm in the Mississippi heat like that.
Bro, I wish you told the truth. You ain't gonna tell the truth.
Okay. So what's the truth, Platt?
We'll find out when Ryan Coogler makes his pick.
Why would I have to find out? You can't just tell me.
Well, I'll tell you as soon as Ryan Coogler makes his pick.
You're gonna answer after you make the pick. What does that have to do with my preference?
I don't think you're telling the truth. I think your preference is a Chloe Bailey, but you'll say that because you sort of just want to send some signal like you down with dark skinned women, and we know you're not.
I'm down with this dark skinned woman. I know that for sure.
Jayme Lawson. Yeah, I got you there. Well, hey man, I think it'd be good for us as a people to get Jayme Lawson as the next Storm. I just think it'd be good for us, man. We got a long way to go. And you say dark-skinned women, yeah, good for her. Good for her. A dark-skinned woman got a major movie role. I think it'd be great for Black people. I think we need stuff like that.
So basically,
In the compromise, Garris, the compromise is the French woman is African born in the sense she's born in France, but two African parents and she's dark skinned. So hopefully, because we know Chloe, I haven't heard them seriously considering Chloe. Whoever the new Storm is, she's going to be a dark skinned woman. So there'll be a compromise that we'll get a dark skinned woman no matter what.
Yeah, like I'm more of if I'm making the movie, let's just say me, I'm more of a believer in I would like her to look like Storm. Like, granted, if there's a fantastic actor who has the complexion of Haley Bailey, then I'm not opposing that actor. Me personally, like, you know, like if she can act her butt off, I'm picking her. But if I have somebody that looks like Storm and she can play Storm to a pretty decent degree, I'm picking that person, and she definitely looks the part and she looks good. So,
a lot of women. If Chloe got, and see, that's what I'm saying. If I was the director, I give it to Chloe because a lot of women don't want someone like Chloe, to get a part like this. They don't want her to come up like that.
Yeah, it's like a lot of hating going on.
When they go, a lot of hating. When they go to the movies with their husbands, their boyfriends, they're gonna be mad because he's gonna be looking at Chloe. They ain't gonna like that.
I mean, I don't think that's the reason why they wouldn't like Chloe.
I think so. That's why they don't want Chloe to get it. If you smart, Ryan, pick Chloe. Pick Chloe, Ryan.
I think what they would probably get mad at is the fact that more than likely she could be like a nepotism hire, or either two, she's like doesn't look the part of Storm, or 3, like they just probably tired of seeing her in like big movies. You never know. Like I don't know if she played in that many big movies, but you can. I highly doubt
Yeah,
that's the
Chloe's
case.
not been. I don't think I know her sister has, but I don't know Chloe.
If they go to a movie and they cast this woman, the one on the left, like a little named Jayme, they're still
Uh-huh.
going to be looking at her crazy. Like a lot of the
Yeah.
husbands,
No, no, no. You right. And we're gonna sit there, we're gonna witness that backlash on her, which don't make no sense. If they cast her, and we'll find out today, you're gonna see colorism go through the roof. You're right. They're gonna make all types of comments. Like you say, Garris, you said she's an attractive woman. I don't know what you're talking about. There are going to be those who say she's not. And guess what, Garris? I want you to do this. I want you to keep up with the ones saying it. It's going to be coming from black people. It ain't going to be coming from white people. It's going to be coming from black people saying she's not attractive. Watch.
no, of
What?
course. I mean, but my like it's some people that just like heavy colors, but like my thing is like you can ignore those people and just like realistically, those people are not going to affect the movie money wise, so those people really shouldn't matter. And plus, you shouldn't really listen to people's opinions like that. Like those people are just like toxic. I would personally cast the one on the left. The one on the left, she looks good. She looks the part, and I've seen she actually can act well. I've seen her in Sinners. I've seen her in the Batman. So you know, I think like she can act like pretty well. I think there's a reason she's get, and also she's worked with Ryan Coogler before, so it makes sense to pick her.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you just legit just want to save money. So
What about people who would complain about Chloe getting a role, saying she's too light skinned?
I mean, you can ignore those people because they're
Yeah.
dumb.
Yeah. How come we don't practice what we preach, Garris? No, I'm being for real. I'm a black man. You're a black man. How come we don't come on these YouTubes and we'll go on this social, we'll go on TikTok and talk about how we love dark skinned women and I want the dark skin, the darker the berry and all that. But you see us in the club, we get put out the club trying to mess with the red chicks.
We get put out the club trying to. Oh man, that's crazy. Like I mean,
Tap you on the shoulder and say, "Sir, you got to go. You got to go, sir." We
the
just don't tell the truth, man. We do this all the time, man. I don't know what's. Yeah, I mean,
like okay, so like you saying we're not telling the truth. I'm legit telling the truth. Me personally, I don't care if you white, black, Peruvian. I can look like legit. My preference is if you look good, you look good. I don't care if you from Asia. I don't care if you from India. I don't care if you from Timbuktu. If you look good, you look good. That woman on the left will look good. I don't think it really has no. It doesn't really have no. What's the word? No bearings of whether or not you're dark skinned or not. If you look good, you look good. Now, granted, I know there's certain men that prefer lighter skinned women. That's totally fine. But the reality is you have to like know which ones to differentiate, right? If you're doing the men that are super vocal about it, well, like my beautiful dark skinned women, like you have to like take some with a grain of salt because obviously there's some that just like the virtue signal and just be like, oh, I like my black women just to get like popularity from other black women. But the moment you see them out and about and they're alone, they have like the lightest of the lightest women or the white women. Like you have to be careful around with like which you're talking about.
no. And when you take a look, European features, Eurocentric features, you got Chloe. Chloe has Eurocentric features. Look at her nose. Look at her lips. Chloe has European features. So does Jayme. Look at her nose. And then you say Afrocentric features. That is the French actress. Look at her nose. No, that's one thing. Those are Negroid features that she has.
Negro features is crazy.
No. Those are Negroid features. So
A
you
lot
do
of
have to question black people. Do you like black people? Because these two women up here got Eurocentric features. And
my
the French actress, born of African parents in France, those are Afro features, bro.
my thing is if you're gonna date who you're gonna date, just date who you're gonna date. Just don't try to rain on everybody else parade for dating who they want to date. Like it's just like certain people have certain preferences for other people and colorism definitely plays a part into it, but it doesn't have to be something that you have to live by. Just date just date the men, like if we're talking about from a woman's perspective, that just don't really believe in that. Like, try not to make it too complicated for what it is. Like, certain people just make it a little bit too complicated. Like, oh, we got to hold black men accountable. Like, what are you gonna do? Like, hang them by their necks and tell them to date black women if they don't want to? Like, no, just let them do their own thing. If they want to flaunt and be like, oh, light skinned women are better, like, obviously call them out on it, make fun of them. But
women are women, but I think we do got to deal with that. I think 'cause I'm a black American, and black American women to a certain degree do have European features. They do.
there's a lot of black people that have European features. A lot of people don't really realize that a lot of black Americans don't look like African people because there's a lot of intermixing going on that people are just not ready to have a conversation about. That's why that's why I always say Dr. Umar has always been like, just a fascist in the character because he does the whole, oh, we're like, I don't believe in mixed racing, but you could argue that a lot of black Americans are mixed race. They just don't really know it. People think that just because you have dark skin that automatically just makes you black. That doesn't necessarily mean that. Yeah.
You're right. No, you're right. You're right. And we play this game, man. Look, the lips, look how small Chloe's lips are. Look how small Jayme's lips are. You know what? Now, I'm not saying she would ever do it, but her parents, and I'm not saying they would ever do it, they can make a case that, do you want Storm to be a black woman or not?
Okay, now if you do that,
they could make that case. If she's not picked, they can say, do you want a black woman? Because Storm is an African goddess. You want her portrayed by a woman with European features?
I don't think that really would help that much. Like, I don't think, like, she's black. Like, most people see her as black, so she's more than likely going to be okay for the role. Can she act the role is the more important part, or at least can she look the part somewhat? And she definitely looks the part somewhat.
Nah, bro, you gotta get that to Chloe. If not Chloe, gotta get to Jayme. And they had Cynthia Erivo. I didn't even put her up there. No, man. If they did that, if they turn around, if Cynthia Erivo's the new Storm, I am done with Marvel.
Platt, you will be okay. It's just gonna be more content for you, Platt.
No, I'm finished. If Cynthia Erivo, the new Storm, and don't say no because you never know. Marvel will probably do it.
I mean, that's your prerogative, Platt. But I know dang well I'm buying me a ticket. If I hear like good things about the movie, I'm definitely buying me a ticket. I don't care if they cast somebody
I probably won't be. I probably won't be unless I'm taking kids. I probably won't be going to see X-Men.
Yeah. I know I have a good time watching it. That'll be like too much of a good time.
Your grown black ass talking about you want to go see some X-Men. So yeah, what you want to see? X-Men.
Absolutely.
Instant incel. Instant incel. That's what they're gonna say.
This man literally talking about I like
they're gonna say this guy's a goddamn incel going to see X-Men in 2028 by himself. You're a goddamn incel.
Like, you know when you're on the ropes because you yell. You like to talk on people when you do that. Like, Black, you know that's cap because you literally like you was talking about literally Star Trek earlier. You would watch that. Like, not even a new generation. You know the difference between that, but somebody who watches X-Men is an incel.
I haven't watched that. I haven't watched the Next Generation.
I mean, I don't even think X-Men would be something incels would be technically even interested in. Like, so I don't even understand that.
Like the stream, bro. Like the stream, bro. Support the platform. We got the join link posted, man. I wish Emma would come up here. I know she's afraid to do it. I wish Emma would come up, or EMA or whatever, whoever you are. Hit the link. Hit the link. You've been saying a lot in the chat box. Come up here and let us know what you're talking about. He says, so you rag him for wanting to see X-Men, but you mad nerd casting of rogue black woman.
Yeah, Platt full of it, man. He already know it.
I'm mad at nerd casting. I don't know what you mean. What the hell is nerd casting? I don't know what that is. A nerd cat. You talking about Ryan Coogler? He's the one in charge. Palandra. See, that's what I'm talking about. Let me see. Who is this? We got somebody. I hope it's oh, here we go. My partner right here. Nuruddin, what's up with you, player?
Hey man, it's been a while.
Yeah, how you been doing?
Working.
Hey, bro, there you go. Working man.
Working. Yeah. And
Y'all hear that?
getting
Hold on. Y'all hear that, ladies? Y'all hear that? He's a working man. Does there need to be more conversation behind that? Nuruddin, a working man. Why you worried about something else? He say he want to take you out. He's a working man. Why you have a problem? He ain't tall enough. What kind of shit is that? He's a working man. But go ahead, Nuruddin.
But didn't they want the guy with all the tattoos and always in jail and stuff like that? I mean, didn't they want that?
They gotta go stand in line to visit their boyfriend for 3 hours, and then
at a county jail.
They gotta raise their dress up and let them people violate them, and then they go sit down and they bring their boyfriend out of his jailhouse in chains, and they set him down in front of them in chains. And then you're a working man. You call them Nuruddin, they say they don't want to go out with you. You're a working man. The hell wrong with these women?
But you know what? I applaud them for saying that, because now they get to choke on the consequences of them doing it. I mean, they made a choice. I'm not gonna be like, you can't shame them for making a choice. What these women are not gonna do is try to escape the consequences of those choices. You have the right to, choose the guy in chains, but don't be surprised when that guy in chains is out there doing something ridiculous and get you caught up in it. Don't be surprised then. And don't be surprised if the working guy like me is not gonna want to deal with that.
You're right, sir.
But I mean, I try to have hope for the sisterhood, and hoping that they're changing, but they already proved to you they don't want to change.
Nuruddin, help us out. Now, if you had to choose between these three, and we know there's plenty of women out there in this world, but if you had to choose between these three.
The one with the fro.
Excuse me? Which one?
The one with the afro.
Okay. That's the darker one, though, Nuruddin.
I know, right? Ain't that some shit?
That's how Storm looks.
And guess what? I interracially date and still give sisterhood the chance.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely. I say take the one on the left.
Yeah.
One on the left. She looked good and she can act. And she's right with Ryan Coogler. She's the easiest layup you can ever have.
So do you hope she gets this Storm role?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
Because when you look at Storm, the one on the left and Storm are the same shade, or the same hue.
Yeah.
Storm was never light skin.
Mm-hmm.
Storm was dark skin.
Unless you count Halle Berry. But like my thing is, yeah, like obviously take the one on the left. Like, what's the issue?
We've been saying that. The thing about it is we've been saying that to the sisterhood forever. But they pretend they don't hear it. And then all of a sudden they bring out, oh, you just like, white women and stuff like that. After a while you get tired. You're like, forget it. You're gonna say, why am I even arguing with you?
Yeah. And see, people got to understand, they talk about colorism, and I get it.
And it's colorism against us, the men.
Yep.
It's not colorism against the women.
Mm-hmm.
Any one of these women could go out there and get a guy, any of those the three women in there can get a guy, a brother, who's really down for being with them, and they'll still call him colorist.
Yep.
I'm like, God damn, we just can't win, can't we?
Yeah, but you got You got people up here who say colorism. The dark skinned woman is the most attractive one. Where's the colorism?
Exactly. And bros will pick her 10 out of 10.
Well, not me.
No, what I'm saying is that if you,
again, I think they got me. I like the Chloe Bailey chick. I'm sorry. I think whatever. I think they got me. I caved, man. We not all that strong, man. So I caved.
Sooner or later, when you know what happens when a black man actually looks around and says, you know, what the fuck am I doing? That's when sisterhood should be very afraid. When the brothers literally look and say, you know what am I doing? That's when the sisters should be afraid.
Mm-hmm. Well, we gonna see, man. I think Storm should be played by
the one on the left.
Well, there you go, a dark-skinned sister. I think it would help us heal as a people, especially in America. We take for granted our chocolate sisters. I don't have no problem with that. She's from America. Her name's Jayme Lawson. She's in a relationship with a black man. Give her a shot, man. I think she'd be an excellent Storm.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
But that's if she wants it, though.
No, she wants it. She wants it.
Okay. This is what we were asking for in the first place.
Mm-hmm. He said Kelly Rowland. Yeah, Kelly Rowland's not casting. She's not trying to get the part.
But if Kelly Rowland did cast for the part, you think that she would get it?
I wouldn't pick Kelly Rowland. She's too old.
But Storm is that age, though.
Yeah, they did bring up Storm as an older woman. If it was up to me, I wouldn't pick Kelly. I just wouldn't pick Kelly Rowland. Nah. I get it, though, and I get what people are saying, but nah, not Storm.
Well, who would you cast her as in the Marvel universe?
I could put Beyonce in there. If Beyonce said I'd let Beyonce be the new Storm.
That's a tough sell, though.
No, Beyonce's actually been in movies. She was in the movie with the British dude, whatever that
Idris Elba.
Well, she was in that, but she was also in the what's that? Mike Myers. He was in that movie.
Austin Powers.
Yeah, Austin Powers. Yeah. So yeah, if she said she was interested, I put Beyonce in there. She'd be an excellent Storm.
But right now, like I said, the dark skinned one with the fro is the number one choice right now. Will be the number one choice.
I hope we do. I hope Ryan does that. I think the black community needs a shot of confidence in their arm. And I think this would be great for our darker skinned sisters to show the world and the world to embrace there's beauty comes in all colors.
Exactly.
I hope they do that. No, I'm hoping. I don't know if they will. I'm hoping. Now, me, as you can forget about me. Give me Chloe all day. Y'all can forget about
it. I know you, man. Man, working.
I'm caught up, man. I'm caught up. They got me. I'm brainwashed. They got me. But
I mean, but the thing about it is, there are different flavors of sisters, and they're all around the world. It's not just the African American sisters. How about the African sisters that are out there, like the South African, the West African sisters? They could, over there, that's a dime a dozen. They always rocking their natural features and hair. This is over here. It isn't as much. And we tell sisters, we love that fro. We love it. But you know what? They don't listen to us after a while. So after a while, that's why we gave up. Because they don't listen to us.
And
like he's a man. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
If you don't pick, if they don't pick, her name's Jayme Lawson, the one with the
Jayme Lawson.
If they don't pick the woman with the afro, then make her fucking Chinese. Because what difference does it make?
Exactly.
I'm so tired of this. You want to make Storm into something, whatever you want, but then make her Chinese. The woman, what's wrong with this American actress getting that role? I just don't understand us, man. We've lost our ever-loving minds. And I know you said choose from a different country and all that, but I'm saying, isn't that the problem that we keep choosing from other countries? Why can't we embrace America?
That's if America wants to embrace this. We've been trying to embrace them forever. They don't want to embrace. They don't want to embrace this.
I
So
guess.
it's like beating up. It's like beating a dead horse to the point where you get tired of it. You're like, why? Like, why am I doing this?
I don't even, man. Sometimes I'm just confused. I'm just confused. Ryan Coogler, are you gonna be a black man? You gonna be a proud black man? Are you gonna?
But the thing about it is, it's his film, though. I mean, he has the right to pick who he wants. At the end of it, at the end of it.
And I have the right not to look at it, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
but that's called a betrayal. A black.
How is that a betrayal?
Nuruddin, he needs to put a dark-skinned black woman in this film, and she needs to be from America.
I mean, I don't know.
Nuruddin, he needs to do that. We need it. As a people, we need this.
But he also has to make money on this film.
Why do you think he wouldn't make money?
I didn't say he wouldn't make money. I said he has to think about the bottom line also. He has to think about that. No matter how we feel about it, at the end of it, he's making that movie. He's taking all the risks.
Well, the studios is taking all the risks.
Yeah, exactly. He has to please with the He has to please what the studio wants. In order for him to stay in business, I mean.
No, you're right, brother.
I'm not saying that he shouldn't do it. I gotta look at it from a perspective of that's his project. We can't shame him into doing that. He has to want to do it, and they have to accept it. I mean, I know it sounds, the way it sounds, but am I lying?
Yeah, to a point.
Oh God.
No, he already messed up. He messed up the Black Panther, the new Black Panther, the British.
There's another one coming out.
The British guy that he made, he put in there.
Who, Daniel Aegis?
No, somebody else. Darren Brown or somebody from Britain. Johnson something. I don't know what it is.
But the thing about it is
David Johnson, that's his name.
But the thing about it is that let's see what the movie does first before we judge the actors and actresses.
Hey man, that's cool, man. Your philosophy is it don't matter. You're saying it don't matter if they're American or not, it don't matter. Okay. Got you.
Because at the end of the day, he has to make the movie sell. Like how they did with Spider-Man. Spider-Man, I mean, they gotta put people in them seats. They gotta get them people to get them tickets and put people in seats. I'm looking at it. I'm not saying he shouldn't do it. I'm not saying he should do it. But ultimately, it's up to him.
You're right. It is that he got the power, man. So
yeah, he's got the power to do that. Now, can we suggest it and stuff like that? Yeah, but ultimately, at the end of all of that, he's gonna have to make that decision. It may be the wrong decision. It may be the right decision. But at the end of the day, he has to make a decision. You have to make one.
You're right, brother.
And whatever decision that he makes, he has to live with it. Live with the consequences of it, whether they're good or bad.
Well, and we're gonna find out today, man. I don't know what Marvel's waiting on. Maybe they're waiting on prime time.
Yeah,
We'll find out today. We'll certainly know tomorrow. They say they're gonna announce them all. And what do you expect? You know what I mean? Like, what do you expect? Um, I don't know, man. I don't. I do want Jayme Lawson to get the role.
you
If you're
mean the
not
one
gonna
with the
give,
fro?
yeah, if you don't give it to Chloe Bailey, give it to Jayme Lawson. I do.
Okay.
I just do. I do think that we need a shot in our arm. We need a Jayme Lawson type. I know you disagree. There's nothing wrong with Black Beauty. What's wrong with having a Black Beauty? I don't have no problem with her. I don't know her. I'll never meet her. But when
Yeah.
I go see the movie, I don't mind having a Storm that's a Black Beauty. Why not? Yeah, she's from
What is it
DC.
for? Is it for Secret Wars?
This is for they're doing a new Avengers. They'll announce everything. You know, Marvel's gonna have a
Tomorrow?
big Marvel's gonna have a big press conference and they'll announce everything. And I think it's more than just Storm. It's gonna be the new everything.
Oh, so that
The new Magneto, the new Professor X. Somebody
yeah.
said they wanted Denzel Washington and he turned it down. They wanted him to be the next Professor X. I mean,
And that's
I
his
don't know why
right.
he turned it down, but he turned it down. I wouldn't turn
And
that down.
and that's his right. But
Yeah, I wouldn't
maybe
turn
they
that. Man, they pay too much over there, bro. You talking about okay? That's up to him. But we got a lot of money, but damn, that's a lot of bread, brother. Marvel movies.
yeah. But I mean, hopefully, you know, you know what? At the end of all this, I I want this. I want the sisterhood, the
Uh-oh.
good parts of the sisterhood, to do well. Yes,
Okay.
not be at the not to be at the top of everything that's bad and at the bottom of everything that's good. The sisterhood need a good win, something positive.
Uh-huh.
That's all. I'm not rooting for them to fail. Because if they fail, they fail on your own.
Yeah, I don't know about
I'm not telling the sisters that they need to fail all the time. No. What I would say to them is, hey, y'all need to like really think about what y'all are doing.
they should.
But if they
They
don't want
should.
to, hey, all I can do is just watch from the sidelines.
Yeah, just like you said, man, you're a working man. That used to be all you needed to say when it came to women, man, to say you're a hard working man. But now they want you to be 6 feet and look like you play for the Cowboys and
Which is very rare.
making 3,000. I mean, making 300,000 a year, and you single.
But let's say that exists, right? Let's just say that because you have brothers that have that. They have options. That's the sisterhood fails to realize. These guys are gonna start using their options.
Yep.
They're gonna be like, well, wait a minute. I'm doing all this. What am I getting out of that? When guys say, what do you bring to the table? You know what they're really saying? They're saying, what do you bring to my life that adds value so that we can both grow? That's what we're saying.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
So
Somewhere
what do you bring
we lost
what
our
do you
way.
bring to the table? That's what we're saying.
Somewhere we've lost our way. And I don't know, man. Just somewhere we've lost our way.
Mm-hmm.
I
To the
hope we
point
can
where
figure this
we're being
thing out.
driven in other women of other cultures' arms. Where the guys are looking elsewhere. And the worst part is you're giving away the best and the brightest black men, the working guys. They're giving them away. And then wonder why they're not coming back when they're making horrible decisions.
We keep doing it.
And want the guys to come in there and clean up this mess. No. Because if we as men did that, they would tell us get lost.
They sure would.
So we're telling them, nah, can't do it. And get mad when you don't. Like, no.
We try to fight, man. We don't get our way. We gonna fight.
No. You gotta stop fighting. You gotta stop fighting. They want to make the mistakes. The ones that are doing that want to make their mistakes and all that good stuff. You gotta let them make them.
I just saw a video, man, in a really nice, exquisite place. And two black women were fighting.
See, that's the problem.
It was a very expensive place, man, and I guess they had went there with their dates, and they had tattoos, and the one woman, her breast was dangling. So just think about it. You got your kids with you. You out, nice restaurant. Maybe your kid graduated, did good. You and your wife, or you and your girlfriend, you're out having dinner. You got two kids, and then you look across, and there's a black woman in her top. They done yanked her top off. Her breasts are just dangling while she fights another woman. A lot of people don't want to see that. They be like, yo, no, man. They be like, yo, don't do that. Because they don't want their kid to see that. Because they have to explain that to a child.
Yeah.
Yeah, why were they fighting, Daddy? Daddy, how come she let her breasts just dangle out and she never tried to put them back in? And you got to explain all that to a kid's mind. They don't know, because you like trying to get them to understand. No, this was like a $300 a plate restaurant, and this guy put them in there, and they was mad, so they got in a fight. And it was a sophisticated brother. He backed up out of it.
When you back up out of it too?
Man, yeah, you got to.
With your kids?
Oh, no. This dude was just there on a date.
Well, and another woman saw them or whatever?
Yeah, they saw it. They didn't like each other, so they saw each other, and then they started saying stuff back and forth. And then one woman got up and smacked her.
Nah.
If that were me, he got up and he backed up. He just got away from it.
If that were me and I saw how it was getting ready to get intensive, you grab her and you take her out of that. You grab her and take her out of the restaurant. No matter what, because if you have a real dude that has some way about him, he's not gonna sit there and let that happen. He's gonna find ways to mitigate that. First things first, he's not gonna bring her to if he's gonna bring her to an establishment and stuff like that. First of all, they're gonna be dressed nicely. Number one. Number two, he's gonna, if he sees conflict get ready to happen, he's gonna, honey, let's go. He's gonna put his bass in his voice, and if she refuses to go, he grabs her and takes her out of there. She may not like it, but that's what happens.
Well,
yeah.
I follow you, but I mean, I got you. I don't know what we're gonna do, man. We lost.
Yeah, man. It's kind of messed up at this point. But like I said, even though I interracially date, I still have love for them. It's just they have to want to change.
Yeah. And I think
I'm not saying I have to be mean.
No, I got you. This is a move in the right direction. I think that we need a dark-skinned black woman to be in our movies and be on our TV sets and be on our Twitter feeds. We need that. It's been long overdue.
Which is true. which is true, and I get it. I want
You said,
to see that too.
Grisha said you left the comic book. You in the Marvel universe, but you went into the manosphere. See, like you left Marvel universe to go to the manosphere during the.
But why don't she come up and say it?
She ain't gonna come up.
But why not? Come on up, Miss. What's her name?
Grissa or something. I don't know.
Hey, Miss Grissa, come on up here and help me understand my position.
She ain't gonna do that. They Nuruddin, women fear guys like you. You put them in their place. They don't want that.
I want them to say exactly what they were thinking out loud. Why can't they say that instead of hiding behind a keyboard?
She fears a man like you, Nuruddin. A man who.
What do you think I'm gonna do? What does she think I'm gonna do? Kidnap her?
A working man. See, right there, she don't date working men. She dates the thugs. She dates the local thugs in her neighborhood. You're a working man. She's afraid of you, Nuruddin.
Well, I'm not gonna harm her. I'm just gonna ask her what's going on.
You're a working man. That's too much for her, Nuruddin.
Wow.
You hold down the job. You hold down the job. You're there when she needs
and certifications for jobs.
You don't try to hide your dope when the police show up and
because I ain't doing it.
Yeah, and Grissa, get you to take the charge because those are the type of men they date. That's why they get so mad at a guy like you, Nuruddin. You're a working man.
Why? Why is that? What is that? What is that? A threat to their ego or something like that? Well, like, help me understand that. Help me understand that
it is to her.
He being a threat to her, you know, her dope dealing boyfriend, if she has one. I'm not saying she does. Mm-hmm. You should be afraid of those dope guys. Those dope guys are the ones that they're destroying your life.
Grissa's gonna take the number 12 bus for 30 minutes and stand outside for 2 hours to go see her thug boyfriend, who they're gonna bring down in a straight jacket and chains. You seen Hannibal? You know how they had Hannibal with the thing over his face?
Right.
Yeah, that's what they date. That's what they make love to, and that's what they date. And she's got the nerve. Grissa's got the nerve
until it goes wrong.
Yeah,
until it goes wrong. That's the
get
thing.
mad
It's
at
going
you.
wrong.
Get mad at you because you're a working man. She's mad at you because you work.
She should get see, that's the thing. We warned them about guys like that, and they still go. So it's after a while, it's like, well, they're gonna do it anyway. Let them go. Like, let them go. It is what it is. We tried.
Grissa,
and then they get mad when they see.
No, they date Hannibal Lecter, and then they complain about the working man.
And then they get mad when they see a guy like me with a woman like her on my avatar. They get mad. They get mad with that.
Oh, you talking about you with the white girl?
Hispanic, Latina, but you know.
Yeah. They are.
Yeah, they get mad.
Them. That's when they say you should have dated them, and you look at her and say you're dating Hannibal Lecter. You know what I mean? And they be like, "What? And what? And."
So wait, I'm supposed to, you know, not only be happy that they're dating Hannibal Lecter, but I'm supposed to date them while they're dating Hannibal Lecter.
That's what they want.
I'm confused. That's confusing. I'm confused. So you're supposed to.
She can't. She got to go and change out the mops, and get back to, because that flow won't mop itself. So she's at work, man. She gonna be able to come up here.
Hey, look, anytime she wants to come up here, she doesn't have to come up here. But what I'm saying is that
floor is not going to mop itself, Nuruddin.
Chuck, I mop floors when I'm working.
Not Nuruddin. She's gonna say you ghetto because she hit a cop car in the back.
And I'm the ghetto one? Wait,
Hold up.
They are
This is a man. Hold
confusing.
up. This is a man. My fault. We didn't know. Now we know. That's a man. My fault.
Oh,
We don't
okay,
know who
okay.
that is. We don't know who that
But
is.
still,
Well, they
it
got
goes.
that flow's not gonna mop itself. They got to go to work. So I ain't mad at them for that. They got to pay their bills.
No, what I'm saying is I'm confused because they're making the worst of the worst decisions in dudes. They pick the dude. He does what he does. And now they're upset that you're not going to stop them from doing what they're doing.
Yep, you're right. Got no argument here.
And they want you to come and take the consequences of their bad decisions while they are going back making bad decisions.
You'll get no argument here, brother. You right
Does
on
that make
time.
any sense?
That's the world of black men. As a black man, that's the world we live in, brother.
And then they wonder why guys like me are dating, like Michael B. Jordan is with another woman. I think he's with a woman called, God, I don't know her name, but she looks kind of delicious, but she's not a sister.
Yeah, you're right. Hold on, let me check again. Let me check one more time because we finna get out of here. Have they announced the new storm? Let me see. Have they announced the new storm? They announced the new storm. Here we go. The new storm. Nope, not yet. Not
Aren't they
yet.
going to announce it tomorrow?
No,
Are they going to
today.
announce it
Today.
today?
Today, yeah. Supposed to be today. It says right here, 40 minutes ago. You got a lot of people saying they know who it is. It's saying Marvel has found a new storm. It's saying that it's uh uh it's saying it's the French woman. And see, they're gonna leak stuff like this. It's saying the French woman is the new storm. Suzy Bemba something.
Oh my God.
This is from IXBT Games.
Wow.
Ryan Coogler. Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. So we'll have to wait and see, man. We'll just have to wait and see. But we appreciate you though, Nuruddin.
Hey man, I appreciate coming up. Us working men, we got to stick together because I mean, look, man, that's why that's why we're getting passports, and now now we're building man caves. Man caves are starting to spread out the Christmas trees now.
Okay.
Wait till you think it's bad now? Wait till Grand Theft Auto 6 get here. They're going up against the video games.
Yeah, but Nuruddin, what you gonna do without a woman though? I'm just saying. I hear what you're saying. Y'all gonna build a man cave, and okay, well, don't you want a woman?
Yeah, but the thing, but hear me out. Yes, but if it comes with a whole lot of problems, and plus, it's the guys that are in the friend zones that are building these man caves. These women put these guys in the friend zone to the point where the guy's like, you know what? What am I doing? Why am I beat myself to death for this? That's why these guys in the friend zones are getting passports and they moving out. And these women are still upset that women of other cultures are taking them. When they say they didn't want them in the first place. That's the thing. They didn't want these guys in the first place. They don't want the working man in the first place. So if you're happy with if you're comfortable with Super Thug and Mr. BJC, Why are you mad that the guy already left? Why? Remember, y'all said y'all gonna help pay for his passport fee in the first place. So don't get mad when he starts using it.
Gotcha.
That's the thing I don't understand about the sisterhood.
Man,
I'm like, whoa, wait.
We'll be here the next week trying to figure them out, man. I appreciate you though, Nuruddin.
All right, man. It was good seeing you. You gonna be on when you gonna be on tomorrow?
We'll probably be on tomorrow, bro. Yeah, don't be a stranger, brother.
I'm not. Thanks, man. Thank you.
Okay. Like, share, support, man. Like the stream, man. Support the platform. We went on. We're talking about the new storm. They haven't announced it. I just checked it. It says official. You'll find out. We should find out today. And you let me know, man, what you think, man. I got my favorite. I hope Jayme gets it. I mean, I know reaching for Chloe, I'm just dreaming, but I know I hope Jayme gets it. I think she deserves it. I think it's a shot in the arm for black women, dark-skinned black women. We need to see some beautiful dark-skinned black women placed on our movie screens, our TV screens, because it's good for the kids. It's good that your son, your nephew, they grow up around appreciation of a dark-skinned, beautiful woman. I think it's very important. So we're just wait and see right now, man. We're wait and see. And we appreciate everybody in the chat box, man. If you can, like, share, support. If you can, if you like what we're talking about, man. And even if you don't, even if you don't like what we talk about, you can still hit the Cash App. You can hit the Super Chat, man. You gotta keep us in business, man. You gotta keep us in business. Here we go. Hold on. Let me put this out here. You don't want us to go bankrupt. Here we go. They told me I couldn't take no. They told me they cut me off my food stamps, man. They told me no. I went down there. They said, nah, man, you can't have them no more. They cut me off, man. Like the stream, man. Support the channel, man. Subscribe to the channel. Show some support. We're trying to figure this out. We need a dark-skinned sister to take the mantle of leadership and become the new Storm. And we'll see her on Jimmy Kimmel. We'll see her on Jennifer Hudson. And we'll see her in the movies. And then the younger sisters, the young ones, the little ones, when they grow up identifying with that dark-skinned sister. It means something. It means something to us. It means something. We got to stop playing like it don't mean nothing. And if they want to go with Chloe Beatty, I'm with you. Let's go with Chloe. Why not? Her sister be doing The Little Mermaid. She'll be doing Storm. Why not? Two young, beautiful women. Why not? Well, how do we lose? But Ryan, I think you're going to mess it up, Ryan. I think you're going to bring in this French woman. Now, she is a dark-skinned sister, but you do what you want to do, Ryan. You the man in charge, man. Like the stream, man. Support the platform, man. Where we go? Right there. There you go. Subscribe. Subscribe, man. Hit the Cash App. Hit the Super Chat. We out.